As you guys see by the title, we're going to talk about harsh realities that NFL fan bases, NFL teams, NFL GMs, coaches all around the world of football need to accept. It's time to look inward with the regular season coming to a close. But before we get to that, it's time to look inward. Donovan, you know what people want to hear. You know what people are here for. You know why they're clicking on this video? Coming off of the heels of Monday Night Football, where not only did the Eagles lose again, not only was it the third loss in a row, not only was it a third painful loss in a row, in which the offense looks like horseshit, not only did Jalen Hurts play the worst game I've ever seen Jalen Hurts play, you also lost to the Chargers, a team with the worst offensive line in the National Football League, a team that I root for, a team with a quarterback that you've often tried to subtly say your quarterback is better than. How are you feeling right now? Tell the people what your thoughts are.
I mean, listen, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, it was wild. And seeing Hurts play that game and look like playoff Justin Herbert is ridiculous. Like seeing him throw four interceptions in a game when he normally doesn't do that is ridiculous. So yeah,
what a nasty way to spin that.
Last night was it was very out of character. It was crazy. But we'll see.
Was it really out of character? What about that was out of character?
I mean, 4 turnovers. Yes, it is out of character. It is wild. But like, damn, man.
Why would Kevin Patullo throw these picks? Why would he do such a thing? I can't believe they're selling Jalen Hurts' legacy like this.
No, I didn't say nothing about Patullo yesterday. All right.
How could he do this?
Players, this is on you.
You said players, this is on you.
Patullo particularly is as safe as anybody today. Everybody else, it's his other buddy that is the one where it's like, all right, man, like what's going on here?
Okay.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into a lot of other stuff we have on the show docket for you guys. Naturally, we're going to start diving deep into Chargers versus Eagles in Block 1. Cue the intro music. How do you feel about Jalen Hurts' performance last night? What is your actual reaction?
What do you mean it was trash? that's quite literally the worst game he's ever played. Like maybe in life.
In life?
Well, he did get benched in college, so maybe there's some other we're not thinking about. But in the NFL, surely.
Had they left him in that game, it probably would have looked like this. From start to finish, I start the game, I finish the game. I've never seen Jalen Hurts play that poorly, right? Even in games where he may not be like throwing the ball down the field like that. Like in week 1, when you're looking at Jalen Hurts and you have like one big play to Jahan Dotson and that's it. And everything else is very underneath. And everyone's like, oh, he's emerging. He's not doing anything. Like it wasn't that bad, right? 5 turnovers overall. That number is slightly inflated because like the double turnover, like I will say I am very, very sick that he's the only player to have like 2 turnovers in one game because it's such a weird play. And
it's
like,
such a Looney Tune ass play.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, listen, 4 picks, yes. 1 fumble, I'm not holding that against him. But the 4 picks is crazy. All of them weren't on him.
AJ Brown tipped one off his hands.
Yeah.
The other ones were 3 of them were kind of squarely on him. So bad reads. He was getting baited in zone all night. Like Dante Jackson, one bounced over to Tony Jefferson, I think got one. It was all them doing the Jalen Hurts special. Play zone coverage, don't blitz a ton, put a lot of people out there, take away the easy stuff and make him read the middle of the field. It's gonna get spooky.
But it's even then, like
I would say when I was watching, it felt like they were playing, or at least Jalen Hurts is trying to display outside of himself. And I don't know if that was a game plan or not, but I feel like I've seen things this season or this game that wasn't the norm in terms of really force feeding the fucking ball. How many times did he throw the ball? It was like 35, 40 times or something like that.
No, it wasn't 40.
It was a high. It wasn't 40, but it was a high amount. It was a lot more than Justin Herbert, which is largely a time possession thing. Yeah, they were definitely throwing a lot. The run game up the middle wasn't getting going at all. The Chargers did a very good job out of these shotgun runs, which another thing to get into. They're running way too many goddamn shotgun runs that are going nowhere fast. The only productive runs are when
they threw the ball 40 times, bro.
Oh, he got to 40?
Yes, it was 40 times.
Yeah, well,
wow,
that's crazy.
Okay.
Well, they got a lot of opportunities, so I guess it makes sense when you think about it. But yeah, the running game wasn't going at all up the middle. The Chargers defensive tackles did a fantastic job blowing up the interior run blocking. Common theme for both these teams all year. The Eagles don't do a particularly good job at that this year up the middle. That nucleus in the middle of injured Dickerson all year, Jurgens and Steen hasn't been fantastic all season. Only good runs they got is when they got to the edge, which if you watch the Chargers this year, which most people don't, if you get to the edge, you're going to be gone. The Chargers' second level is terrible at pursuing on the angles. Their defensive ends are terrible at not getting blocked and setting the edge. So they got that going for them. Didn't go to that a whole lot all night. Like I said, had I think 70% of their drives, of their plays were in shotgun instead of under center. Doesn't go well when you don't have a good interior run blocking and you run shotgun runs nonstop.
Two things. One, have you guys heard the sound on TikTok where there's this single fan and he like describes the offense? It's like Saquon Barkley up the middle. Saquon Barkley up the middle. AJ Brown deep ball. Incomplete putt. Good job, defense. And then he runs it back.
Game.
And like that's the offense. So there's that. For this game specifically, I want to go very specific, and then we'll go big picture, and then we can come back to it.
Get your shit off.
Specifically, the one negative thing that I have to say about the defense, because they played as well as you can ask them for. The only thing that I would say is they are a racist unit because they treated Justin Herbert like he was some regular white man, like he didn't have wheels. And by the third scramble, I would have liked to see just a little bit more respect for Justin Herbert and his mobility, because that was one of the best pocket navigation, sack evasion games that I feel like I've seen in a long time. The Eagles had about 7 sacks. It should have been 15.
Yeah.
There should have been so many times where they actually finished the play and got Justin Herbert on the ground, but he was shedding the Kobe Dean off of him. Nolan Smith was missing some. Jalen Phillips couldn't bring him down in some situations. Justin Herbert played, in terms of not getting sacked, especially with a broken hand, as great of a game as you can do. And even at the end of the fourth quarter, there was a read option that Herbert kept the ball and ran it. They started overtime with the same play where the Chargers ran the read option, Herbert kept it, and still there was nobody there because Phillips was crashing down really, really hard. It felt like they had no respect for his ability to run, and every time that he did scramble, it was like, wow, he actually did this. That's crazy. So specifically, that's the only bad thing that I would say.
Yeah. And overall defense was great. Their secondary put it out of their minds. The whole game was Justin Herbert standing in a collapsing pocket, holding the ball forever, trying to make something happen, while Cooper DeJean locks Ladd McConkey the fuck up, while Quinyon Mitchell locks Quentin Johnston the fuck up. I feel like this is a lot of people's first time watching the Chargers since week 1 after they beat the Chiefs, and people were like, do they have no quick game? Why he's holding the ball forever? Is Herbert just like bad at reading the defense? No, you are watching Greg Roman football. There is no quick game in this offense. It's all play action, deep looking down the field, which can go decently when you run the ball well, when you have 2 elite tackles and an overall good line, and you're having a counter of deep passes to your run forward game. When you have the worst offensive line in football and your run game is mediocre and your Justin Herbert has one hand, it looks real ugly, giving him no safety valves. And I think that's why this game was close, despite the Eagles' offense being complete and utter dog shit.
That was the most out of the mud offense I've ever watched in my life, and he survived. Like his defense, or not defense, but his offensive line literally conspiring against him. Bro. This is the worst performance that I've seen from him.
People were tweeting me, and they're like, I finally understand why you call Bradley Bozeman a terrorist. And I was like, I've been saying.
Where are you eyes? Are your eyes? What are you looking at, bro?
A Seahawks fan was my mentions. Said, this summer I got Anthony Bradford for you, who is a terrible guard on the Seahawks. And I said, my guy, I have watched 10 linemen as bad as Anthony Bradford this year. You have no fucking clue. Bradley Bozeman is the bane of my existence. Yeah. They did a horrible job picking up basic pressures up the middle. He has the awareness in the run blocking scheme of a 5-year-old. It is truly terrible. Mekhi Becton had a PFF grade of 0.6 or 0.3. I have never seen a PFF grade lower than 0, and Mekhi Becton sloppy ass managed to do it.
Wow.
That's
shameful.
It was truly terrible. They were getting dominated all night. Justin Herbert at one point had, I think it was beginning of the fourth quarter, Robert Mays tweeted this out. He had the highest pressure percentage in any game recorded in Next Gen Stats history. 72% of his dropbacks were under pressure. It ended up going down to 68.3 was the final one, which is a top 10 highest pressure rate in NBA history. I said NBA, in NFL history per Next Gen Stats. Only 64.4% of his dropbacks result in the pass attempt. He scrambled on 19% and took a sack on 17%. Outrageous under siege. I've been saying all year, only thing I'm thinking about now is I fear for his health. He has a broken hand and he's getting sacked 7 times. His body is going to fall apart with these fucking idiots blocking for him.
He had the broken hand they were talking about. He had the flesh wound that was going
flesh wound.
Yeah. I was like, man, this guy's tough. That's crazy. Like that's ridiculous. All of that to say that the Eagles still couldn't win this game.
That's so
and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. And by the third quarter, I was laughing to myself maniacally.
Yeah.
Of like, all right, like come on now. Like this can't really happen. And last week we were talking about like, oh, is this 2023 again? Is this the collapse, right? Is this how it starts? I said, I will let you know because in 23 they had the same thing. They had a Monday night game where they gave it up. They should not have lost to this West Coast team on Monday night. We will see how this goes, and if the stars align, then I'll let you know. Guys, it's happening.
The stars align, right?
Like all week there's been this quote from Sirianni on Hard Knocks where he was like, yeah, you know, everyone's saying that the sky is falling. It's falling. It's done. It's done. and right now, I do not think that I didn't think it last week. I thought it was over with. Right now, we are at the point where, please, for my pride only, do not go out sad. Do not get embarrassed. Do not get into the playoffs. If you even still make it, if we can hold on to the NFC East. But if you can do that and you get into the wild card game, do not lose in a fashion that makes people say you guys quit on the season. And the one hope that I can take from this is, Nick Sirianni, you will not be here next year. You are done. You are done. They brought in a positivity rabbit, a big, larger than life blow up rabbit into the locker room to like have some type of like feng shui, good vibes, all this type of stuff. Happy Easter. It's December. It's December.
This is insane.
You just got some random bunny that was like, yeah, we're just gonna sage the room with a blow up.
Bunny.
Did they say whose idea this was?
I forgot.
Whoever it is need to be fired.
The tweet says the Eagles installed the positivity rabbit into the locker room. It showed up today, and the offensive line stressed to me they are not sad. They just wanted good vibes, bunny. So I don't know if this is an offensive line thing. What? If this is any other team, if the Clippers did this, if any other team did this shit, oh my God, we're ripping them a new one. This is insane.
This is so dumb. And as soon as I saw it, as soon as I saw it, yeah,
they just trapped into it.
You got it. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, it's so over.
It's completely over.
It's never been more over. But yeah, Sirianni is not going to be here next year because even as bad as Patullo has been throughout the year, one, that's your fault. That's your man's. You hired him. Two, your job is supposed to make sure that one, everybody's vibes are good. Apparently, you delegated that to the bunny. So that is so even if the vibes do go well from this point on, that is no longer your credit. You do not get a check on your side of the box for that. Two, we cannot have collapses like this. It is breaking my mind to see this team squander an opportunity like this, to squander a league filled with mediocre great teams and nobody be great. And you have a defending champion where you had 10 of 11 starters return. You have a defense that's one of the youngest and best in the league. You have the best GM in the NFL. And you manage to mismanage this team for 2 years out of 3. That should not happen. And the times that you have been here, even after 23, it was, hey, we're going to bring you in. There was noise about him being fired before 24. Obviously, you win. Everything's fine. Middle of the season, even before the middle of the season last year, there were conversations early in the year about Sirianni being fired. He had to shave his head, lock in, be like, okay, I'm going to do it. He was arguing with the fans.
Wait, did he actually shave his head?
Yes, he actually
went monk mode?
Yes.
Wow.
It's like a girl after a breakup in high school.
Yeah,
he
just
dyed his
changing
hair.
all their colors.
I gotta try something.
He had to shave his head. He was doing all of this stuff. In 23, after we beat the Chiefs on Monday night, he's fighting with the fans in the stands. Every single season for the last 3 years, there have been moments where we have questioned whether or not Nick Sirianni should be the head coach of this team. And if you feel like that, you can't be here. If they don't get to the conference championship game, if they don't turn this around, you're gone. Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman have to step up and have to get this figured out. Jalen Hurts, listen, man, you are my mans. All right, you are my guy. Don't you ever embarrass me like this again, bro. You really do got to lock in. I was so frustrated because, and it's like, look, it's one game. It is what it is. Like, it's going to be okay. I still believe in Jalen as franchise guy, QB1, all of that. But you cannot have games like this. This cannot happen. And if you are going to be like, I have to be 100% consistent. If you are going to be a top 10, top 5 quarterback, whatever, the offense can't look like this, right? For anybody putting him into those conversations or like where we were before the year, coming into anything. If you are that guy, regardless of who the head coach is, regardless of who the offensive play caller is, The offense cannot look this bad on your watch. And this is multiple times this season that the offense has looked terrible, abysmal, and there has been an inability to get it fixed. And I do feel bad because he had a dot at the end of the game to AJ Brown. He drops it. He had a scramble in overtime to get them on into plus territory. Gets called back on a holding. What?
And then what, Chuck?
And then we have a play. And then we have a play that I haven't seen. And obviously, you can point to the interception earlier in the game, but that play specifically, where it was that bad of a pick, I haven't seen that in 2 years.
Yeah.
I have not seen a pick that bad.
How bad was it? Please describe what happened.
I mean, it was just completely unnecessary for him to try and fit the ball into a window that tight to Jahan Dotson of all people. Throw the ball away. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Right?
Bo Nix, Tua, Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, Brock Purdy. We don't give grace to game managers with elite squads, get him put in talks you're not supposed to be in. We give that grace to young QBs. These schizophrenic Philadelphia fans were putting Jalen Hurts over Cam Newton in August. This is the sweetest get back I've ever seen. It's not even his fault. Jalen is a good dude, good leader, philosophical man. I respect him as a guy. His fans put him in a torture chamber by doing all this insane jabber over the summer, putting him in top 5 talks. I had to come up here and be like, I guess we can give him top 10. Just, he deserves it. I had to lie to everybody and pretend that I had to respect him as a top 10 QB out of obligation. That shit was ridiculous. I'm glad we're done with that now. That's never going to be seen on Twitter ever again.
Well, unless they get right.
You're right.
Unless they get right.
You never know.
Yeah, for now.
Maybe he'll have another fucking magical run where the defense carries and we get another Trent Dilfer Super Bowl win and we'll have to have the conversation again.
And this is why. Because it's not like he's throwing for 90 yards in these Super Bowls. He's winning Super Bowl MVP.
No, he did play good that game.
He's playing well at the highest moments.
But with that being said, scientists will be trying to solve how a team won a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts at QB for the rest of your history.
Because he's like that, man. Because he's like that. He's not playing like that right now. He's gonna get it together. He's gonna be okay. There's all of that. I also will say over the last 2 weeks, mind you, I do have to leave here with something. Okay. Over the last 2 weeks, the chemistry and the off-field connection between AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, it looks fantastic.
Great.
My family is healed. They look to be friends again. Everything seems to be good. So I am happy on that front. And now we can get a new coach, Jeffrey Lurie, right? You're a billionaire, sir. Give Sean McVay $20 million a year and get him over here.
I will say I'm joking mostly about the Jalen Hurts slander. I'm not joking about the fact that he was bigged up too much and it became an annoying thing that led to the slander. But I'm joking about him being the end all be all. He is a big problem though. And
right now, yes,
he's in the macro. Last year, I think we know that they got the best of him and mitigated his weaknesses and had a great run. Right. This tweet from Benjamin Solak is a good example of part of that. He says Hurts was turning the ball over about once a game before the Eagles' 2024 bye. Early season last year, it wasn't looking how it ended up. It was a lot of talk about them being disappointing again. Then they got a super run-heavy offense and tried to remove some of the high-risk throws out of the offense. A big part of the Hurts 2024 leap was eliminating negatives. And you see on this chart right here, you see the point when they had their bye week. After that, for the rest of the season, very little turnover-prone plays, right? It was a very safe offense where they had the best running game anybody's ever goddamn seen in the modern NFL, and that was the linchpin. And then Jalen Hurts was largely able to perform as a counterpuncher, as a passer, using the deep ball accuracy he does possess to complement that crazy run game. It became damn near unstoppable, right? Now the run game is regular. His flaws are as apparent as they ever have been.
Okay, and that is where I will push back slightly.
Okay,
the run game is not regular.
Worse. Okay, yeah.
The run game is genuinely one of the 10 worst running games in the league.
Now that it's no longer such an all-encompassing strength that hides all the flaws, and we're able to kind of see him have to do what a top 10 quarterback does and kind of carry the inversely, you're seeing that his ability to stay in the pocket and handle pressure without escaping pockets too early, terrible. His ability to read the middle of the field in those pressure situations, terrible. His ability to make his way through all the progressions when it's not going to be an easy one-on-one man-beating route against zone, terrible. He does have his strengths, obviously, as a scrambler, as a deep ball thrower. His accuracy up the sidelines is usually excellent. But the amount of flaws in his game, it's such a rigid style of play to build around that you really do have to have everything going right to get that version we saw last year.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Which isn't a discount to ceiling, right? But you do have to have a lot more in place than other quarterbacks that Eagles fans I want to put above him.
Yes. You know what I feel like is one of the biggest differences between last year and this year, at least footage that was watched, at least right now. Again, I think this is probably persisted throughout the entirety of the year. Very specifically, I remember this was one of the bigger annoyances during game 1 against the Cowboys or whoever you guys faced. How late they still get into their plays and how long it takes to snap the ball is embarrassing. And that just leads to so much tardiness on offense when it comes to processing the line of scrimmage and also like the pre-motion that's supposed to happen on snaps. I feel like when I watched the Eagles at their fucking best last year, I'm like, oh shit, look at all this motion. Motion still be happening, but going back to what you said earlier, it's the same thing. Dive into fucking oblivion. And this year, I feel like it's constantly like just you're running your head into a wall. And of course, it's like a coaching thing, but very much his fault as well. There was a point in time in last night's game where you could literally hear Saquon yelling at Hurts, "Stop the fucking ball."
So that happened? I missed that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It was embarrassing.
And so, yes. And so I do think like, because one, like I said, the offense can't be this bad. Like Jalen, you do have to do some type of carrying, especially when the run game is as bad as it is. And what I would say to that is like, I do feel that the run game right now is at a point where it's not just like, oh, it's not one of, the better run games. It's actively detrimental to the offense because you are setting every first down run is setting you up for 2nd and 9. Every second down run is setting you up for 3rd and long. And they have not been able to consistently get even on schedule with anything in the run game. Like at this point, it really does feel like any type of run, especially up the middle, is a wasted down.
For sure. But I will say also, everything in football plays into each other. Nothing exists in isolation offensively. And the big talking point is they need to run under center more. Everyone keeps saying that. That's like the clear path here. When you run out of shotgun, it's just like natural physics. The running back is getting the ball from an angle, going sideways. You can't get downhill nearly as much. You need a lot more to go right to get effective shotgun runs. And they did it last year, obviously, when they had the best offensive line in football and Saquon was the best running back in football. Now, there's a reason people do largely under center runs. The rushing angles are better. The cutback lanes are better. It naturally leads to more consistent rushing offense, right? I kind of feel like there's probably a reason they don't want to do single drop back out of under center. And it's probably what they think the quarterback is most comfortable with.
But we've seen even this game, and part of the reason why, like, I feel like at this point, I've seen the worst game that Hurts has ever played this year, and I've seen the best game that he's ever played in a regular season context. Because the game against Minnesota, they went to under center, and they were able, and that was a game that Hurts had 300 yards passing, was on the run, with his deep ball was hitting, and that was from under center. We've seen him play from under center multiple times, and so I do think that the idea that like they're not playing it because Jalen can't play it, I don't think that's necessarily true.
Can't isn't the word I'd use.
Obviously there are probably other things, but I do think that I don't think that Jalen is the top limiting factor in whatever the decision is to not play under center.
Oh yeah, I can't say.
I wouldn't think that right now.
I can't say. It would stand to reason to me though. Like it is difficult for a lot of these younger quarterbacks of this generation to play under center for reasons that I haven't talked about a lot. You're asked to do things that they didn't have to do in college. All these college offenses are shotgun spread schemes where they don't grow up using under center, specifically being able to drop back and do a play action, turn your back to the defense and diagnose the play. I don't think Jalen is above average at diagnosing the middle of the field. And again, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know if this is the reason. It would stand to reason that they say, we don't want him to turn his back and make that even harder, But again, I can't say, but it would make sense that all these things tie in that way.
Yeah, and the only reason why I would push back on that a little bit is just because there's been very clear success that he's had this specific season. Yeah. It's not like you have to go back 2 years and then start getting stuff like really, really out of context that isn't like 1-to-1. It's like you did this a month ago, and it worked. So like there's that, but also I think once again overall, you're looking at this and we are operating in this Sirianni world of offense, where since he's been there, even whenever the offensive line was great, even when Kelsey was there, you run inside zone from shotgun, and that is what you do. And you try to build everything else off of that, and we'll see what happens when Saquon is not looking. And obviously he had a good game yesterday, but like when the offensive line is not looking the way that it is, we've talked about it all year long. When Saquon and his burst isn't looking the same, it's obviously different now. With Sirianni, all that's probably going to change. He's probably not going to be here next year. Hurts, we understand that. AJ Brown, man, that the AJ stuff, honestly, hurts me the most because I'm on his side from where he's been for a majority of the year, which is we just got to get the offense better, and throwing me the ball because I'm good will help the offense get on track. I do understand that, and he has to make that play in the end zone. You have to come down with that ball. I understand that you are going to get rocked on the pick.
Yeah.
You got a full extension. You got to try to do that. And then there were other deep balls. And there's been several deep balls up the sideline this year where the effort hasn't necessarily been there from AJ Brown to make a play on the ball.
Yeah.
And seeing that last night was like that's tough because those plays have to be there. And when you've seen AJ Brown at his best, he's been extremely physical catching the ball. He's been able to withstand a little bit of hand fighting, which there was a play at the end where I thought it was pass interference, where I feel like his arm got hooked. Brother, you are 6'3", 220. Like you really got just get off of me, right? And catch that. And I didn't really see that last night. And so that did suck.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts is a very tradable contract, and it would open up a bunch of cap space for the Eagles in 2027, 28. But I don't see that happening because Hayden Week says, I'll admit it. I looked up Jalen Hurts and Tanner McKee on overthecap.com last night.
Mind you, this right here.
Okay.
But Monty Jones has this theory about if your quarterback is black, you need a quarterback. You need your backup to also be black.
Facts.
Because if you have a white man behind a black quarterback, they will call for the white man to take his job at every turn. And this is exactly proof. He won a Super Bowl 9 months ago.
Who was his backup last year?
Last year? It was McKee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was McKee. And so
He's just saying nobody was saying this last year.
Yeah.
yes. But the moment anything goes wrong, they said, bring the white savior and let's see him cook.
What the fuck? I had no idea, bro.
This is exact proof of what he talks about all the time. And you know what? If you're gonna do it, listen, man, kill me first. I don't like it's so
I'm going before Jalen goes.
It's so frustrating that this team, that this franchise cannot seem to figure out how to put two competent years together when they actually have expectations. I understand that 2017 is different than now, but still, they need to figure out a way to be stable and to be successful. And they have not figured out a way to do that in their entire franchise history. We are in that mode right now. I don't know what it looks like next year. I don't know what it looks like 2 years from now. I will say, if they, especially the remaining schedule is easy. It's something where they should finish worst case scenario 3-1. They have the Raiders. They have Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Commanders. Right. So even if you lose that Bills game and you end the season at 11-6, which is what they were in 2023, if you end the season there, 11 wins is going to get you the division. You will have a home playoff game, and you will be fine. Then you say, let's see if we can clean it up, flip the switch, whatever. If that does not happen and you collapse again in this way after being 8-2 and you finish 11-6 and you go 3-4 the rest of the way, dude, you're gone. You can't have these up and down natures of a football team and not have everything be buttoned up, because this is also 2 years, and I'm speaking about 23 and then this year, of every single year being, or every week being, things are weird, but we're going to clean it up. We're going to clean it up. Nothing is getting cleaned up.
Tough.
It's as dirty as it's ever been. And this can't happen.
Is Patullo Hurts the worst passing coordinating duo between quarterback and offensive coordinator in the NFL right now? We think about the strengths and weaknesses and like what the quarterback needs from a passing attack, what the offensive coordinator is giving him, how much each carries for the other, and like makes it his life easier.
I think it would have been. I think yes, but only yes because Chip Kelly recently got fired.
Sure, okay. Yeah, among teams trying to win, like obviously the Titans are like worse and whatnot, but like among teams trying to win, probably the worst duo in the NFL.
Yeah. Especially in terms of like both of them at a certain level, because I would say that JJ McCarthy brings Kevin O'Connell down to a certain level,
exactly.
Right? But in terms of like, there's not some crazy gap. I do think like Patullo is obviously not additive, because there were even moments yesterday where low key in the first half I was like, I can see the vision. Like I felt like in the
slanting his man coverage.
in the first half,
so poor.
in the first half, I kind of felt like yesterday was going to be the jumping off point for this run of where things were starting to get off.
In the first half, when they had 2 field goals and the only touchdown was a Saquon just push counter.
I understand that. What I'm saying is like I was looking at yesterday and being like, dang, like the turnovers are like they are what they are. But there were a couple moments where the process just felt a little bit better than what it had been. So I was like, okay, Jalen's not going to throw 3 interceptions every first half. Like that's not going to happen. We can keep it moving. And now obviously everything feels different. But you got 3 games against bums.
Yeah,
let's hit these slump buses. Let's get right back on our game.
You have time to get right.
Yeah.
Let's play a quick game before we wrap up this segment.
Please.
I can name 10 NFL quarterbacks better than Jalen Hurts.
Shit.
Mo?
I think I can honestly name like 14. Yeah.
Donovan?
Y'all play amongst yourselves.
I can name 20 quarterbacks better than Jalen Hurts.
Cap artist of the year. I dare you.
Let's see what we can get.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert. Drake May.
Okay.
Clear top 6.
6 easy.
I'm still going Jaden Daniels, even after a slow year. Clearly going Matthew Stafford.
Easy. Might be the MVP.
I'm going Toyotathon himself, Jordan Love.
Fair.
I'm going Dak Prescott.
Hella fair.
Any objections yet?
No, it can't be.
Donovan?
You have to be honest. No.
Any objections?
I want to hear your list.
That's 10. Are those 10 cool?
I want to hear. Just keep going to 20.
Are those 10
Keep
cool?
going to 20.
They're more than cool. Come on now.
Okay. Now after that, so are we going just this season? Is that fair?
This season.
Just this season?
Yes.
Strictly 2025?
No. In totality, whatever like fluid ranking you want to say.
For at least assuming this season is real, Sam Darnold 11. Sam Darnold is clearly playing better.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair. Okay.
Jared Goff 12.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield 13. I remember early season MVP talks Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
We'll give him that.
little sticky, but okay.
We'll give him 13.
Okay.
I don't like the Jared Goff pick. I think we're talking about merchants to the
That's
to
the
the
objection.
max.
That's the objection.
To
Okay.
the max.
No.
I just think like if we're talking about people with like the one thing that you always push back with Hurts on is like he is a guy who is a very like flawed, has very clear weaknesses.
Yeah.
If there's anybody who has clear weaknesses, it's also Jared Goff.
I'm taking his weaknesses over him.
That's a very good
CJ
case.
Stroud. Now we're at 14.
Okay.
Now it gets dicey. Listen, man. 4th quarter, Caleb Williams. Oh no.
Stop it.
Ooh. Okay.
You know what?
I'll take it.
Just this season,
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
Yes.
He's been better this season. Which is a wild sentence to say in the summer.
Yeah. Okay. I can
Give
accept
Daniel Jones Patullo, see what happens.
It's going to be a scary sight.
that. Fuck, man. You might die again.
Oh, who am I missing? Listen, man. Catch Bryce Young on the right day. You catch Bryce Young the week after a game where we say he should be benched. He's better than Hurts.
Telling me he's playing in Atlanta? Oh, he's way better than Hurts.
Listen, man. Aaron Rodgers is stringing together some good games.
Stop that.
Aaron Rodgers has lit
Stop
up a bad
that.
defense.
Stop. No.
Okay.
We are pushing back right
Okay.
there. Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers is not better than Jalen Hurts. We can stop that right now.
That I don't know.
Stop
I don't
that.
know.
Jackson Dart has had some
Stop
impressive
that.
performances.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Listen.
Shador Sanders at 400 yards in the game.
Hey, bro.
Oh yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is first in his division.
Listen.
I was waiting for that name.
Bo Nix is the 1 seed in the AFC.
Hey man.
Funniness aside, like for real, like listen, content aside, I see what you guys are doing. Y'all gotta stop.
I fear he hasn't told
Y'all gotta stop.
any
Rage
lies.
baiting aside, let's relax. Let's relax.
I fear he hasn't told any lies just yet.
Let me see 2 more weeks of good Tyler Shuck performances and we'll have a conversation.
I've been trying to have Tyler Shuck conversations right now, man.
we can get it going.
I don't know.
I will say I do appreciate y'all. Because 8 hours ago, I was out on this team. I'm back in. just to shut both of y'all up. We have hope. It's us. Let's go.
Man. Tua's won some games as of late.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
All right, next segment. We can move on.
Two was funny.
That's
though.
disrespectful.
Next thing we're going to do. As you guys see by the title, we're here to talk about harsh truths that NFL fans need to accept. I asked you guys on a community post to give us these harsh truths. Let us know as a fan perspective of whether it be your team or another team, what people need to just come into their hearts to accept as true fact. We're going to go through, we're going to react to them, talk about some of the biggest storylines in the league right now. First up, Kevin Patullo has been receiving far too much blame for the Eagles' offensive struggles. Saquon and pretty much every other player on that offense has regressed, and Patullo is simply a scapegoat.
Scapegoat would mean that he is not at fault.
Yeah.
So scapegoat is the wrong word. So that's wrong. But like he he deserves to get fired.
Yeah.
He is not like the sole reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the sole reason. Everybody else has also played poorly, but he also deserves to lose his job whenever he gets fired.
This has to be a family member of Patullo. There's no way you say that sentence and think you are going somewhere. You are cooking. You're not.
No, he's right. I mean, scapegoat is the wrong
Yeah.
word because scapegoat implies it's not your fault and you're
Yeah.
being falsely blamed. He is being, maybe it's stopping now after the last performance. We just spent 30 minutes talking about it and like half joking about the Jalen Hurts performance and him being at fault. We've been talking at length all year about the interior offensive line being at fault. The tackles obviously not being healthy / regressing in Mailata's sake. There's a lot of other issues. And I think, like I said, prior to this week, Eagles fans did a lot of blanket blaming of Kevin Patullo, assuming everything else would come around. And I think 14 weeks in now, it's pretty safe to say it's not just him.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
in a way that's like more than just like, oh yeah, there's some struggles too. Like, no, this is a bigger than Patullo thing. Like, even if Patullo was Shane Steichen, there'd still be some issues.
Well, no,
I don't know.
If,
It's hard
if
for me to say
Patullo was Shane Steichen, we're going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if Shane Steichen can make the interior offensive line block better on an inside zone.
That's true.
No, I disagree.
He fucking fix it.
I disagree. His coaching method is much better.
You're right. No, he's right. Maybe Shane Steichen is too far. We know what I mean. Like, it's more
Yeah.
than just him. And I think it is a worthwhile thing to point out as a harsh truth that like that was the first 30 minutes of the show is people need to look in the mirror and realize the Eagles are fundamentally broken offensively.
Yeah, because you can't use Patullo as like the mask for everything because there are like obviously like we've been saying many other things that have been going wrong outside of just play design. Where for the first couple weeks it probably was like majority play design, but also like the vibes have been awful.
Yeah,
and you've seen the bad vibes spill out onto the field as well in terms of miscommunications, the lack of chemistry, all that stuff. So,
or at least the first few weeks, you had plenty of reason to call it just play design because we just came off a Super Bowl victory. So there was all the reason in the world to say, of course they'll bounce back. They still have all the stars they had last year. And now the sample size has gotten enough to a point where you can't really have that fallback.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's good harsh truth. And that casts off for Eagles talk. Had to go ahead and get that little smooth transition.
Good job.
Next up, for the Browns, accept that your scouting department was wrong and let Shador lead your team to a playoff berth next season.
Unfortunately, and I am very mad, I left my Apple Watch at home. But the risk is still going on. Understand, this is still what we're about. I think that this is a harsh truth. However, they will not listen to this. The Browns are going to draft a quarterback.
Okay.
I don't think that Shador is going to be on the roster next year. I'm also very curious, like, do we all agree that Stefanski is gone? Or do we think he gets one more year?
I think he's probably gone.
I don't know. I don't know what the prerogative is because they've kept him for this long.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it with the next slide. He's not doing a fantastic job. You know, there's all the stuff about the goal line stuff with the Wildcat and everybody saying he hates Shador. I don't think he hates Shador. I think he made a bad choice at the end to do that. So, like, that's a reason to fire bad offensive choices from the offensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like if you kept him this long and you feel like he's your guy, that you feel like you trust his vision to have a good offense and you have your pieces together, why fire him now?
I guess so.
Like,
It's
I
probably
can just see them
not,
so
like,
convinced themselves.
Yeah, I think if this same situation, if you're going through similar woes and constantly making bad decisions, going back to what you said, Isaac, years from now, and you still have like a shaky offensive line, you're still, I don't know, or you just have quarterback questions or issues for whatever reason, then no. I think until you give him those things, then you can't really.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think like with the Browns, if like clearly they are in quarterback hell. There's been all this, peppering reporting of like, hey, we might be able to put Deshaun back on the field. Like they are really,
That was crazy.
yeah, but they are grasping for anything right now. But we've seen teams in the past when they have top draft picks and they draft a quarterback at the top of the draft, they'll give them a year with whatever coach was previously there and say, okay, this is your lifeline. Right, we saw it with Dable this year. Ultimately, got fired, but he got a chance to coach the new young quarterback. If Stefanski stays, Shador, I don't think he'll be there because I don't think that for a 5th round pick who, even though that obviously he had this game, the other games prior to this weren't amazing enough to where you say he is our quarterback of the future, and all the other stuff that just comes with Shador is not worth it for a backup quarterback. So to also a backup quarterback who would then still outshine whatever quarterback you draft at the top.
Yeah. There's always the headache element of it for people. There's always that. It's so tough to discuss Shador at this point because this is the first good productive game that everybody immediately takes the opportunity to say, I told you we shouldn't have been a 5th round pick. I told you it was never about football. And like now it's like, okay, so clearly he's a starter. Was a Titans defense, so I don't know if I can quite get to the point where I feel confident saying they can go forward with him.
Yeah.
We got 3 or 4 more games to figure it out though. So I don't know. We said last week, what does he need to do to prove this? He needs to have these type of performances, win some games, be productive, keep the offense going in a way that it never did under Dylan Gabriel, show that he's meaningfully better at, managing a pocket, being able to push the ball down the field. I think Dylan Gabriel obviously can't do. I think he did that in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think he showed to be super gutsy. I don't know if it was like a little bit of rivalry between him and Cam, or maybe that gave him a little bit more juice in his back. But prior to this game, 2 weeks ago, he was thrown with so much, just like you can tell the gears are going and there were stutters and hesitancies in his game. And this game, he just like let it fucking rip. And he didn't hold the ball too long, didn't take too many sacks at all. And also, like the processing was just in general much more better and pushed the ball forward.
I also love the presenting of this question. Except your scouting department was wrong. They drafted him. Nobody else did. What do you mean the scouting department was wrong? Clearly they think he's kind of good, or they wouldn't have picked him.
Well, because the scouting department was like, yeah, we're gonna take Gabriel, and then Shador was like the call from up above.
Okay, so that's what they're saying is the scouts like Dylan, the owners like Shador. Yeah. Okay. Sure, maybe that's the case then. But I don't know. I don't think they hate him. I think he has a chance. It's so hard because 4 games isn't a lot of time in the garbage part of the season, and it was the Titans. I don't know who the rest of the schedule is. It's so hard to imagine he even gets the chance to prove that he should have this job, just given the circumstance you said with the pick coming up.
Yeah, I mean, and hate's a strong word. Stefanski don't like him though. I can say that for sure.
What if he just loves Wildcat?
No, now mind you, like they didn't get into the red zone much with Gabriel either. But I mean, from even in the Raiders game, like they went to the Wildcat in the red zone on the goal line. Like that's been something that they've been doing. Obviously, when Shador has been there, so like we'll see what happens. But clearly Stefanski is looking at this and saying we're gonna do this because I don't think it's like intentional sabotage.
Yeah,
but it is. It's weird and it's funny.
Yeah, it's definitely funny
that's happening.
So they're going against the Bears, the Bills, Steelers, and the Bengals. The Bills are going to be tough. They're secondary in their coverage, but in general, like he should be eating.
We are in for discourse wonder this summer. He's going to light up those secondaries, hopefully, and have at least like 3 300-yard games. They might win one, maybe. I doubt it, but even not.
He might throw for 500 against the Bengals.
He might get stats over 5 games, and we'll be able to point to the fact that Shador Sanders averaged 275 yards and 2 touchdowns as a starter. You got to give him a year. We might have stuff to talk about on this podcast all summer.
He's going to win an NAACP award. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
This is crazy.
This is NAACP award.
He is an icon.
Oh my goodness!
I do really hope he performs.
It's gonna be a crazy summer.
I really hope this happens. I hope he goes ape shit and they trade up to number 1 pick and they have the opportunity to draft Dante Moore or whoever they choose, and they have to have this discourse of do we go with Arvell Reese and give Shador a chance, or do we pick the quarterback? Yeah. I think that's amazing.
Wow.
But I do think that this draft class, like the quarterbacks up top, there's going to be a part of them in that building that probably says we could take an Arvell Reese or whatever and not trade up, and then give him a year and wait till next year to pick another quarterback potentially. Like the next quarterback draft also has guys in it, and they'll also be bad again, I'm sure. So there'll also be an opportunity to trade up and take another one. So I do think there will be some ability for them to convince themselves to knock a quarterback at the top of this one.
They got to keep him, man. The worst case scenario is like, okay, you take a quarterback or whatever the case may be, and you let Shador potentially walk, or some team offers him a bag and he looks amazing. You're going to joke about that for the next 10 years.
Yeah, they got to figure it out, because spending 2 picks on quarterbacks in a single draft and then neither one of them being like part of your future it's such wasted draft capital.
Yeah.
To then go the next year and then spend, because they're gonna have 2 first-round picks next year, and like the Jacksonville one is probably gonna be like a late teens, early 20s one, right?
Still a good pick.
Yeah, but so you have 2 picks, but if you have an opportunity to once again draft at the top, and you have to spend that on a quarterback instead of we're just gonna get the 2 best players in the first round that we can and really fill out your roster, it does hinder you, and it does suck for them to not be able to capitalize on that.
We'll see though. I do think though that QB is such an important position that you can view it as a waste, or you can view it as like taking a lot of bites of the apple, and like you need to have a lot of opportunities to find your guy. So like I don't think it's crazy. Like,
it shouldn't though. Like
I mean, it'd be great.
Like,
it'd be great if your 3rd round pick was just good.
Yeah, that's what, like good. Even if Gabriel isn't the franchise quarterback, even if he's good enough to where it's like we can start him, he's unplayable.
Yeah, it'd be nice
good.
if he was good, and like if you pick somebody that was better than Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. But I kind of buy the logic that like if you're a bad quarterback team that needs to find your guy, spend a pick, maybe 2 every single draft until you find that guy, because nothing else is more important. Even if you drafted a good safety in the 3rd round, it's not going to be as important as making sure you get that guy. So I wouldn't let that deter me from continuing to take as many bites of the apple as I can.
It's just how bad of these bites are, bro. Like you're missing the apple and you're biting your own fingers.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel wasn't a smart choice for a bite, so there is that. But in general, I wouldn't stop because I wasted that pick.
Yeah.
Next one, Kevin Stefanski isn't out to get Shador. He had very similar play calls with Dylan. He's just an idiot. Similar topic. I think this, to your point, he's gonna get fired. Maybe he's just bad.
Yeah, it's tough.
And this is a harsh truth for a lot of people, because a lot of people want this internal beef, make it a soap opera.
Yeah, you want like they
want to build in a reason.
the push to make Shador MOK is 100% there, and he's not that. I promise you, he's not MOK. He's not Malcolm X. He is Deion Sanders' son with a nice watch. Like that's what he's about. I agree with this. I agree that Stefanski isn't out to get Shador, because ultimately, especially when it comes to the quarterback position, it is in everybody's best interest that the quarterback plays well. Like if Shador was playing bad or as bad as Gabriel was playing and they were losing all these games, everybody in the building is fired regardless of who is that quarterback. So I bet you that Stefanski, if they won 5 games in a row, or if they start next year 5-0, him and Shador are going to be hugging on the sidelines. They're going to be dapping up. They're going to be friends, because winning is the number one thing that saves your job.
You tell me that, and then I also see a play where they're trying to go for 2 points, 2-point conversion, and then your best player on offense is not on the field.
He's not the best player on offense. Quinshon Judkins is, and they put the ball in his hands.
I'm like, how can he not be on the field?
Because Wildcats been working for them all year at the goal line. That's what they do. I mean, clearly it wasn't a smart choice. It worked horribly. So like, it might have been a bad choice, but I don't know. I mean, if you have a Wildcat package that you feel good about all year, no matter the quarterback, it's not crazy to go back to that.
Yeah, to go back to it. It like you do have to do that. You also should have moments where this guy is one for developmental reasons. Probably should have a rookie out there in short yardage situations so that he can grow in those situations. You should also have it to where, hey, we might throw the ball here, right? And unless we're treating Quinshon Judkins like a quarterback. Which
he did throw the ball in that play by necessity. He went terribly. He did throw the ball.
So it's like it probably helps to have an actual quarterback out there. But like you said, if that's what you want to do, fine. And if he wants to die on this hill, then okay. And we will find out next year if he truly hates Shador, if he's still there and all that. But
he's in down the hill being the most pro Wildcat coach in the NFL in 2025.
Like if he coaches another team next year, first play of the season, Wildcat.
Oh, he has to. He has to keep running it up. Yeah. CJ Stroud is holding the Texans franchise back for making a deep run in the playoffs and becoming a perennial Super Bowl contender.
I disagree.
Okay, this is confusing. How is he holding them back? What?
Inconsistency. We're 2 years in now, so I don't know if I agree either.
Yeah.
But, take away all the fluff at the back end. Do you feel like CJ Stroud is a problem in some degree? Do you feel like he's an equal cog in why this offense isn't great, as well as a coordinator in the line? Like, do you feel like he plays a part more than we assume?
Probably. But I still don't think that. I think holding them back is a very weird verbiage, because I think that he still is good enough to where like, this defense is amazing.
Yeah, they're insane.
The Texans defense is the best defense in the league. And when you have that, when you have that, CJ Stroud can be mid, and which I think he has gotten to a point now of like mid is fine. Now, what we're really doing is like trying to internally have the discussion of, do we have to recalibrate expectations or not?
100%.
That's the thing. Or do we still think that CJ Stroud can be a top 8 guy, a top 7 guy in the league? And if he's that, and we're kind of slowly building our way back towards that, because he was out for like a month with a concussion. He's had, suspect offensive coordinators for the last 2 years. The offensive line hasn't been the greatest thing in the world. The run game has been very, very hit or miss. Like, there's also things holding a young quarterback back in his development where outside of year one, there hasn't really been much working towards his favor.
Yeah.
So I would push back a little bit on the CJ Stroud is holding the Texans back, and I would wholeheartedly push back on the idea that they can't make a deep run or that they can't be a perennial Super Bowl contender, because the deep run specifically this year, it can't happen. Like, that defense can lock anybody.
Oh, with how wide open the AFC is, I think it's like reasonable to say you expect them to like come out of the AFC potentially, or you think they'll be in the championship game. Like, with how the defense is playing, with how food a lot of the offenses are out there, with how a lot of the elite quarterbacks that would scare you if you're a team that's building off a defense aren't ready to contend right now outside of Josh Allen or Drake May, if you consider him to break his way into that class. There's a good reason to pick the Texans now, which is fucking insane from where we came from in week 4 when we thought they were dead in the water. They have almost as good of a chance as anybody as making a run out of this conference. I also agree that I'm not thinking of CJ Stroud as a limiting factor there, but I'm also no longer thinking of him as like a shoe-in to be an elite quarterback for a long time.
Like a force multiplier?
Yeah, like I don't think he's raising their floor and making them better than insert quarterback X would. I think he has accuracy issues. He has the lack of scrambling ability is kind of an issue when you think about how the ability to be successful under pressure in the pocket isn't as great as it was in his rookie year. I think he gets rattled a lot, and he's like speeds himself up too much and has some weird accuracy issues he shouldn't have. And, after his rookie year, we're thinking about him as being like the next great accurate quarterback that is able to stand in there, be prototypical, and kind of be what Drake May is in terms of prototype. That to me is pretty gone. He looks a lot more like a flawed young quarterback than he did as a rookie, which happens. NFL seasons are small sample size. You can put together a good 16-game stretch, and then time can go on, and we can see that there's a little more nuance to your game than we thought in the first year. He's 11th in EPA per dropback right now, 18th in success rate. Kind of makes sense. Fine. Kind of makes sense as a middle tier quarterback right now. That obviously he is still very young, could still get better. The offensive ecosystem still isn't good. They still don't have a good run game. They've managed to make their offensive line not the worst in football. They've done some reconfiguration, putting tackles to guard and backup guards to tackle, and moving all the shitty pieces around to being a decent version of what they can be. And we still don't know if Nick Caley is a good offensive coordinator. And there's still the wide receiver room is still pretty young outside Nico Collins. So there's plenty of things not helping him. Not necessarily giving him the best scenario to shine and see what he truly is. But if you're going to be somebody we consider to be a top 10 quarterback year after year, I would want you to do a little more to help that situation yourself. Yeah. And I feel like that ship's kind of sailed a little bit for me for now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's probably cooked on like top 5. Like that. Yeah. That's where it's at. But the guys anywhere from like 8 to 13, you can have a Joe Flacco run.
I was gonna say that. I think they could have a Trent Dilfer Super Bowl run with him.
Yeah. We gotta stop. The Trent Dilfer stuff is so disrespectful to just quarterback play in general. Yeah. He was so bad. He was such a legitimate non-factor in those games. Like,
okay, maybe Joe Flacco is more apt. Actually, Joe Flacco was more apt for CJ Stroud. Trent Dilfer was more apt for Jalen Hurts. But we'll keep it fair to CJ. Next one. Deathclaw says, the Ravens need to accept that John Harbaugh isn't the guy who's going to lead this new Lamar era to a Super Bowl. The collapses, the inability to have a defense outside of Mike McDonald, it feels like he's holding a talented team back rather than elevating them to the next level. I could say the same to a lesser extent about Sean McDermott. We'll focus on John Harbaugh for now. Do we feel like John Harbaugh needs to be fired for them to flourish and being able to have a second life to the Lamar era?
I see this team and I'm just like, okay, outside of Lamar, what really moves me? What's like game breaking?
Not shit.
What's like creative?
Not shit.
I don't know what the value is other than like just name and aura.
Yeah, so it's tough. You're right. Right now, there's a lot of roster issues that's holding this team back. I think Todd Monken is their OC. I think we saw last year, Todd Monken is the guy to maximize Lamar Jackson. I don't feel like I'm out on him despite the offense being an issue. I think it's pretty hard to have that same consistency you had last year when your interior run blocking is much worse and your GM neglects to address that position this summer when every Ravens fan is clamoring for Falele not to be your starting guard. He still is, and he is putrid, and it's led to below average run blocking as a whole. Derrick Henry taking a step back himself too. He doesn't look like he has the ability to move side to side behind the line and like squeeze through these tight holes. He really is. Got to give him a good lane to get going the open field where he can still be a monster. But he's going to get a lot of negative plays that are kind of his fault to some degree too. That combination, that kind of nukes your running game. It's pretty hard to do that. And that was the bedrock of your amazing passing game last year. It was very fundamental, establish run, be a counterpuncher off of that, kind of like the Eagles, except Lamar Jackson is one of the best pure passers in the NFL now. So that made it even more potent. Without that running game, without any talented receivers outside of Zay Flowers, who is a small, limited guy himself, they don't have any weapons that are creating separation this year. It's been a dreadful wide receiver performance from that group. And then combine that now with Lamar Jackson coming back from injury, looking nuked as a runner, looking weirdly mistimed and inaccurate as a passer, not comfortable in the pocket. It's kind of just a year from hell that I don't know if I blame an overarching thing or just say you need an offseason to draft some skill positions, reinvigorate that offensive line, hopefully get an edge rusher, and just try again next year, which is a lame answer to Ravens fans because like that type of like inaction is not ever satisfying. I do kind of feel like they're in that place though.
I see. You're fired.
No.
You're fired. You're gone.
The whole defense died. I mean, that's not on him.
Yeah, Madubuike died, and then there's just people were thinking Madubuike is going to retire. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Madubuike has a serious neck injury, and they've been really coy about it by not really giving updates. And John Harbaugh was asked about it, and he said Madubuike is going through some things right now. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. There was a Reddit post that was saying that he, basically like he retired.
Yeah. Huh? Like they once he went down, their pass rush is dead. Mike Green might weigh the same amount I weigh. I saw Aaron Rodgers shrug him off, make him miss a sack, and I'm like, wow, man, that is a problem. He is too light. They have no more edge rushers in that room. Kyle Hamilton is one of the best defensive players in the NFL. They have other DB talent. Doesn't matter because they have zero pass rush. Then all the offensive issues I said. Hard for me to even know what the coaching staff is about when there's that many clear roster weaknesses.
Well, I think when this coaching staff has been here for 17, 18 years,
damn,
you know
You
what
do.
this coaching staff is about. And you've had moments in the past couple years where you have had some of the best Ravens teams ever, right? Especially of the modern, like the 23 team, that team would like should have been in the Super Bowl.
Even last year.
Yeah. And you have consistently failed against the teams at the top of your conference in terms of playing the Chiefs, playing the Bills, right? You keep losing to them in the playoffs. I understand it's a divisional game, and maybe they're so intertwined, they're so locked in. But him and Tomlin, like you can't seem to get a leg up at any point. The Steelers for the last decade have had one of the worst offenses in the league, and it seems like every time that you play the Steelers, once a year, you are going to completely fall to not even like to their level, but past their level, and you're going to let the Steelers beat you. That is a game that you have to win. You have Lamar back. You have an opportunity to go ahead and make the playoffs. If you can't win the AFC North this year, then I do think that like with all those pieces that you said, you have Lamar, you have Kyle Hamilton.
Those pieces.
Right.
Two guys.
But you have pieces on both sides. You have Zay Flowers. You just signed Mark Andrews to an extension. All these things.
Damn. Even that signing too. A lot of people were just upset about.
Zay Flowers is a good player.
Yeah,
right?
those are solid pieces.
Yeah.
Right. He's a good player. You have things to where John Harbaugh, thank you for your service. I really appreciate you for everything that you've done. New coach, come in here. Here's what you have to work with. Make it happen.
Yeah. And like we're hitting an age now where it does kind of feel like there's a reason all these old coaches that are like legacy coaches that were so successful for the whole 2010s and into the 2020s are now on like a state of their career where every fan base wants them fired, which we'll talk about a few more of them. You mentioned a couple of them already. It does kind of feel like the age of having a conservative old coach really isn't going to be what works anymore. Like one, all these old coaches are the CEO head coach where they're not the coordinator on either side of the ball and they are just the glue that makes everything work. They're responsible for hiring good coordinators, setting the culture, making in-game decisions, yada, yada. If you're not going to be aggressive and value additive there, hard to kind of justify that unless you are truly like an incredible CEO coach that can flex on the both sides of the ball and like really add value like Dan Campbell. Kind of feels like this era of coach is like a dinosaur.
Yeah, it's also like
Damn.
Unless you hire Mike McDonald and Monken and get them going at the same time, but you better hire another good one after that. You better keep it going because that really is your main value.
yeah, that's your job, and it's like you remember a couple years ago, like I feel like John Harbaugh has really gotten like overly conservative in a lot of his stuff because a couple years ago, like I remember there was a Sunday night game where they played against Kansas City. And it was like a 4th and 2, and they're like, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to put the ball in Lamar's hands. And if we get it, we ice the game. If we don't, then we give Mahomes the ball back. And that play happened, and him was like, wow, like, look at the Ravens being so gun-ho. And you've seen multiple times over the last couple of years, they get into spots like those, and now they're punching the ball away, or the play call is questionable, and you're not putting the ball in your best player's hands. And so I do agree, like, with that conservatism, with the fact that everybody else sees a 4th and 3 now. They're like, 4th and 3 midfield. Oh, we're going for it. Like this is our time. And if you are not going to operate like that, then no, we don't really need.
He knows the same way and is ducking it for now because expectations are lower, and he has a genius level defensive coordinator to really carry him. Jim Harbaugh. Jim's the same way. They punted on 4th and 3 yesterday at the midfield in the 4th quarter, and he also has this dog shit offensive coordinator that he's best friends with in Greg Roman. Also conservative, outdated as hell. To be fair, Greg Roman's done a little bit to reinvigorate and modernize his scheme this year. Still not value additive when you look at other elite coordinators, which he's treated by Jim Harbaugh like he's an elite coordinator. Jim's kind of on the same timing, so they better hope they retain Jesse Minter for a couple of years, or we're gonna be having this exact same conversation about the Chargers 2 years from now.
Man, I hate that we lost that game because they got to 4th and 3. Yeah. It like there's some other teams that we play. If you get into 4th and 3, it's like, dang, we got to get one more stop, and then with the Chargers, like. 3 downs off the field. Let's keep it moving.
And that's the Harbaugh style. They're old conservative coaches that have been around for a long time. And if you are older like us and watch football in 2010 to 2015, this was the norm. Like people didn't go for it on 4th down like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ron Rivera used to be the most like aggressive coach.
Really?
It was like Ron Rivera, early or mid. I guess like John Harbaugh, like all those guys.
Yeah. And now the young fans are going to be like, oh, you're not going for it every single 4th down. Get ready to speak retirement home, old fuck. Next one. Steelers fans need to accept that a complete rebuild needs to happen. And I'm not talking about the players, or not talking about just players. I'm talking about coaches and front office too.
Steelers fans,
they've been saying this for years, right?
They've accepted this.
Yeah. This isn't even a harsh reality. This is like a reality everyone agrees on.
No, it's a dream for them. They want that. Like they want this to happen.
Send this to ownership.
Yeah, they have. We've talked about it all the time. They have tried to play the middle. They've tried to. And not even play. Well, yeah, they've tried to play the middle of we are never going to be bad. We're going to try and find our quarterbacks on the street. We're going to take our shots here, not go all in because even whenever they did draft Kenny Pickett, they drafted him in the middle of the first round, and they weren't going to go up in that draft. They weren't going to trade up for a quarterback, and they have not had any type of playoff success since Obama was president. They have not been able to have consistently good offenses year in and year out. They have a negative point differential. It sucks because this is not the way that they do things. Like they only have had like 3 coaches over the last 60 years. They do consistency, but also each one of those coaches get fired after about 20 years. And so we probably are at the end of the lifespan for Mike Tomlin.
This is a team that if they fire Mike Tomlin, I keep talking about the Chargers better be hoping to God that they keep Minter for another year. This is the team I can see hiring Minter. You know, I imagine their ownership and their ethos top down wants to have a defensive first approach. He's a young, modern, analytic forward defensive coordinator that I bet has some good modern ideas for offense too. And if he is going to be a head coaching candidate and assuming the interviews go well and all these teams really want him because they buy into him taking a bigger role, whether it be this year or next year, I can see the Steelers being a team that wants that ethos.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think like you either get like the young like upstart defensive coordinator or you get like the boy genius for offense. And
great Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, like that's kind of the question of like, would you rather a Clint Kubiak or would you rather Jesse Minter?
Yeah, well, the trend now is to get the offensive guy, but I don't think any of those have won a Super Bowl yet. I mean, I guess like Kyle Shanahan, McVay. Never mind, they're obviously super successful. So,
well, no. I mean, Shanahan ain't won those.
I know, but he's been there. But also, Sean McVay is maybe the best offensive coach we've ever seen in modern NFL history. So those guys only come every now and then. Those guys are two of the best of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Steelers fans agree that it's time to tear this bitch to the studs. Training Ruffles says, coming from a Falcons fan, the Falcons will be in QB hell by the start of next season.
Start of next season.
They're in QB hell now, buddy.
They've been in QB hell for, I don't know, the last 2 years, 3 years.
He hasn't been watching.
So I guess to make this more of a harsh reality, is it a harsh reality that they have to explore non-Penix options?
Yes.
Or is that too early to say that?
I don't think it's too early to say that at all. Even when he was healthy, there's just much to be desired. And I mean, that was even a part of the conversation before that too. So I don't think this is like a real conversation at all.
I'm trying to stop myself from doing like revisionist history and going back and acting like I hated Michael Penix as a prospect when I didn't love him. I mean, he was old as hell and very flawed, clearly. But we all kind of like understood. It's like, okay, give him a chance. And then it doesn't work, and he looks middling. Then the injury issue's coming back again. It's easy to be like, you picked him in the top 10? You guys are dumb as fuck. But they did pick Kirk Cousins and then pick him in the top 10, an old prospect with some flaws that nobody expected to go that high. It was a surprise on draft night. It's kind of stacking up one of those things that, yes, we're being hindsight with it, and we're being judgmental looking at the outcome, not the process. It does feel like we should have seen some of this coming.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, get rid of him. I think the Falcons also, everybody, Raheem Morris and Michael Penix, both of them, y'all got to go somewhere else. Everybody else can stay. Y'all can't stay.
Oh, Raheem Morris is super fired.
Yeah.
He's super fired. Like,
Yeah,
Falcons fans will be the first to tell you
not
they have lost games because of decisions he made. Like, he is mega fired.
Yeah. So, but they are going to be, obviously, they're in QB hell right now. They will be in QB hell next year because if they decide to stay with Penix, they're going to be in the worst spot possible, which is, I know this young quarterback isn't the guy, but we got to give him one more year just so that he can prove he's not the guy. And
well, I think he still could become the guy. Like
the guy?
Well, when I say the guy, I mean their starter for the next 5 years, yeah.
Oh, I disagree. I do not think there is I think it is more likely than not that he will be gone within 2 years rather than he's the starter.
I think 5. I agree. But it's not like starting Dylan Gabriel for another year.
Yeah.
Like, there's some reason to be optimistic there. They like him in the building. They felt good about him before the season. He didn't have a good year before he got hurt. He wasn't like a lost cause before he got hurt. There were still some signs that maybe you give him time to develop, I guess. I'm clearly trying to be optimistic here. And then the injuries come into play. If he has a good injury recovery and they feel decent about his health, I could just see convince themselves to give it one more chance. He's still in his rookie contract. Whether or not I would do it, whether or not I believe in him as a prospect, neither here nor there. But I don't think it would be the worst decision in the world if they went into next year with him as a starter.
I mean, they have no real chance.
You're right.
No fucking type of
options
really, because they have no fucking pick. Gave it away last year.
Oof.
A kind of understandable decision. So that's the reality there,
we just
bro.
keep saying it's sort of understandable, but it didn't work. When so many things are sort of understandable and then don't work,
you're taking too many risks.
And maybe we should stop trying to understand the Falcons, stop getting them benefit for the doubt.
You're taking too many risks, and now your quarterback is like that SpongeBob meme where everything's broken.
Yes.
He's like, I can't move.
I was born with glass bones and paper sleeve. Every day I fall and cry myself to sleep with the heart attacks.
Like that's where they're at. So I apologize for you being in hell.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel sorry for you.
It's tough because it's such a weird
I am
roster.
an
Like, they
empath.
have so many strengths to that roster that if Penix is good and they have one more good draft, get another offensive lineman, get their offensive line healthy, get their starting right tackle for the whole year, the young edge rushers get a little bit better, and they continue to have another good draft class. Like, they could clearly be good in the near future, but there's also clearly so many big reasons why they're not good that like you have to just be optimistic for no reason.
Which is that's what the NFL is about.
That's 100% what NFL fandom is about, is blind optimism in your guys.
You have half a year where you have 4 months of football. You got to trick yourself somehow.
You have so much offseason to hope and wait for these games. And if the NFL discourse and like fandom is such a cruel existence.
Yeah.
Especially for a middling team like the Falcons, where you're just close enough to give yourself optimism you can win your division, but you know in your head you will die slow when the season starts. Tough.
They got to fire their GM as well. Yeah.
I mean, he had a good draft class. I mean, the decision to make that first round pick trade is a little stupid, but he did find Xavier Watts. Like, it was a good class overall.
Fire everybody.
Okay, fuck it. Tear it down. Keys K2M says, everyone needs to accept that this year's Patriots team is something special. Whether the schedule is easy or not, Vrabel's coaching has changed the way this team has changed football. Whoa. I think he meant to say plays football. Vrabel's coaching has, I was like, did I read that right?
Football. Wow.
I was like, huh? Vrabel's coaching has changed the way this team plays football, and not to mention MVP Drake May. So I put this on here because are they real? The whole talking point all summer has been, not all summer actually, all season has been, this team is clearly good. Drake May has clearly etched himself into top 10 quarterbacks, probably top 5 quarterbacks potentially, at least for this season for sure. Will probably be the MVP. The offseason additions they made in terms of veterans they signed have been great. The draft class overall has been good. Everything's coming together. They are a respectable team now. One of the biggest jumps in win totals from last season to this season. But the strength of schedule is a thing. Are they just a first round exit, is what everybody says? Do you buy them being able to make a legit run?
Yes, 100%. If you call somebody fraudulent, you can be fraudulent like in a vacuum and just like you aren't as good as what anybody as what everybody says that you are. But then sometimes people call them frauds because it's like you are not as good as the other people at the top of your field. There's nobody else in the AFC that's also amazing.
Yeah.
So just because that the Patriots have one of the better records, then like that, I know that the strength of schedule hasn't been great. They are still winning all of these games, and you have to give them credit for that. And like we're saying that like they can make a run because the AFC is weak and the top quarterbacks probably aren't going to be there in terms of Burrow, Lamar, and Mahomes. Nobody is saying that this is like the 2007 Patriots.
Yeah.
We are not saying that at all. We're just saying they can take advantage of what's in front of them. And this is a team that all year is taking advantage of what's in front of them. So I think that they are a legitimate 1 seed. I think that especially if you have home field advantage, people have to go to New England in the winter and play these like cold playoff games and all that stuff. If you get the right matchup, yeah, you could be in the conference championship game.
I hope we get the Patriots versus the Texans in a game. Just because, as somebody who I like Drake May a lot, I fully buy he's extremely good. We all liked him before the season started, picked him as our breakout quarterback. We didn't see this shit coming. We didn't see MVP coming. So, as somebody who's pro him and wants to see just how good he really is, I would love to see him in a playoff environment where he has a disadvantage in terms of offensive line versus defensive line and a huge disadvantage in terms of wide receiver room versus DB room. I would love to see what he has to like be this riser and prove that he truly is a top 5 guy that elevates everybody, can stand in the pocket and deliver without positional advantages. If they can do that and win that first round, I'll be all in.
Yeah. Okay.
But I could also I just described why they might not win. I won't call them frauds if that game happened and they lost in the first round to a good Texans team.
I wonder who's the best defense that he played this year. Some options are okay. Maybe
read off the whole schedule.
So they played the Raiders, then they played the Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers. Okay. Bills. Then they got the Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons. Okay.
Browns. That's the best defensive line they played.
Yeah, Browns, Falcons. Then the rest are just pretty much shitters. Not even worth mentioning.
It would be like Browns or early season Steelers.
Yeah.
So that was early season.
That's kind of it.
They kind of in between the middle of the season when the Steelers defense got going. Middle and end, they were kind of bad. The Browns is the only good defense they played there. And I don't remember how that Falcons game went.
Yeah,
Falcons
they won just by 1 point. It was 23-24.
Okay, some days the Falcons defense is amazing. Some days are garbage. I don't know what happened in that game. I can't remember.
Yeah.
The Browns the only good defense they played.
Yeah.
And I think I remember correctly, we were talking about he didn't have a great game, but we were like, listen, Myles Garrett wrecked the game.
Yeah.
So, maybe we're in for that when Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter can wreck a game.
Back to this though. Something special.
What does something special for their standards look like?
Conference championship game. I think that would be something special for this season. They're going to be the top of the conference. So
honestly, like because Patriots fans are who they are and because they have been spoiled, like this team is going to get the number 1 seed and they're going to expect a conference championship.
Yeah,
I think if you end this season and you lock up the number 1 seed, you've done your job. You've done something special. You have gone from a team that missed the playoffs, that was picking in the top 5 of the draft, to the number 1 seed in the AFC and overtaking Josh Allen, who's been healthy the entire year, and the Bills and their team, and reclaiming the AFC East. You've done your job. You've done something.
It's already a special year. Well, Patriots fans should be happy no matter what the outcome is. Simple progression isn't enough for the Bears. They still need at least 1 to 2 top dogs on the D-line to really get to Super Bowl contention, even if everybody's healthy.
Very true. I mean, shit, that's been one of the number 1 talking points throughout the entirety of the year. Of course, all the attention is going to go to Caleb Love. Caleb Love, what the hell? Caleb Williams, and the type of decisions that he's been making throughout the course of the last 2 years of his career and what throws he can and cannot make and whatnot. But outside of all that, like this team is super flawed on several fronts, specifically on the defensive end, where it's like I can't even start to think about them achieving Super Bowls or going to conference finals, championships, or whatever the hell. And when like there's just such a gaping flaws on the defensive end. So
they clearly need edge rushers. Like Montez Sweat in 2025 cannot be your lone source of pass rush or your most highly paid, supposed to be number one pass rusher. They have some interesting defensive tackles, I think, with addition of Grady Jarrett, Dexter Sr., Billings. They have some guys that could be a good part of a rotation on the interior and be good pocket crushers. You just need to have elite edge rushers for this team to really have a chance. The DB room is great. Interior, fine. If first round comes around this coming year and they have a middle pick, I pray as an edge rusher because that's all that really matters to me with this defense.
That's defensively, that's what they need. Offensively, you need just progression from Caleb. You need Caleb to tighten up his accuracy. You need Caleb to be able to look up, and he's not completing 50% of his passes every single week. And
I think we can assume that'll happen, and the offense will be fucking filthy next year. Like I think we all expect there'll be a top 5 to 10 offense next season, assuming Caleb makes. Even if he's not superstar Caleb next year, just what you would expect from a year 3 progression, whatever that looks like. To say he's the 15th best quarterback for all of next year at the worst, I think we expect them to be an elite offense next year like they are now. But I agree with the sentiment that even if that happens, they won't be a contender right away. They need to have defensive stars added.
Also, 15th best quarterback, it's not great. Like I like for him given like
that was a low case outcome.
Like if that ultimately is where he is, it's a disappointment. It's not a failure, but it is disappointing.
If he's, I don't know who the 15th best quarterback is right now off the top of my head.
If he's Trevor Lawrence, I'm putting Trevor Lawrence at 16 every single time.
Even if he's like, I know, I hope he's as good as Jared Goff around like 12. That'll be, I'll be happy with that next year.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. They do need to upgrade their defensive talent. The offense is a shoo-in to be good, but you're right. The general sentiment is any more than that. Justin Jefferson needs to demand a trade if he wants to be competitive anytime soon. The Vikings have no answers at QB, and the roster is too good to land a top pick. Does Justin Jefferson have to go full NBA star?
Yes. Save yourself. Save yourself. These teams don't care about you.
Who's requesting a trade first, Giannis or Justin Jefferson?
Off of the fact. Giannis. I'll go Giannis.
Okay. Who should do it more? Who should do it more?
Justin Jefferson. Absolutely.
9 is worst. 9 is worse than Torian Prince.
Yes.
9 is worse than Gary Trent Jr.
Very true. Very true.
And 100% is. Justin Jefferson, just start quiet quitting, right? Sit back.
And to be fair, 9 played a pretty solid game this past week. I won't be fooled by the Commander's stimulus. I need to see 2 good games in a row. Many teams have been fooled by the Washington stimulus package when their defense walks in and gives everybody a leg up. I'm not going to get fooled yet. He has played more games being the worst quarterback in the league than he has good.
Boy, do I need that badly.
Facts. And in this game, listen, he scored a couple touchdowns. None of them went to Justin Jefferson. He had very few catches. The connection is still bad, even when 9 has his best game of his career. Look, this isn't really how the NFL works usually, but if there ever was a player that could request a trade, I hope it's Justin Jefferson. We need to free him.
The first day,
yeah,
I'm talking about. I'm cleaning out my locker. The next day, you guys will not be seeing me again.
If Justin Jefferson decides to be a diva, the summer starts. He said it's 9 or me. What do you do for the Vikings?
Tell KOC, yo, 9. I'm sorry, bro. I got bigger priorities.
Yes. Yeah, you're gone.
So obviously, like, it's easy to say that. There's a world where they're far from being good. You say it's 9 or me. There's not really an easy option to get a better quarterback. Year 1 that's going to be ready to contend. I think there is a world where if they are truly far away and need to rebuild, Justin Jefferson's pushing 30. You can get 2 first-round picks for him. You're not going to get him a good quarterback he wants potentially. Like
you're gonna get more value for Jefferson than you are for 9.
Yeah, and like you're gonna be bad either way. You're years away from having a quarterback ready to feed Justin Jefferson like he wants, unless you want to get Kyler Murray and try to do the middle ground thing, which I think would be fine for them. Like, sure, I guess I trust KOC to fix Kyler Murray's issues. Okay, but if you don't want to do that, I don't think it'd be crazy to trade Justin Jefferson this summer.
This summer.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be crazy.
Man.
Obviously, I prefer to keep him if I can have a good quarterback path in front of me, like a Kyler Murray, like I said.
Yeah.
But there's no like Sam Darnold in this free agency class. There's no like good retreads like that. Daniel Jones blew his Achilles. So that's one less option.
Also tough.
Yeah.
I everybody needs to part ways at this point. I think Justin Jefferson, you have been too nice for too long. Go ahead and make sure that you can do what you know that you can do, what we all know that he can do.
2 first-round picks. You're moving to New England in the summer.
Oh my goodness!
Could you imagine?
Crazy.
As someone who has Justin Jefferson in my Dynasty Fantasy League, I need it.
Oh my god!
Because right now, I think I'm going to bench him in our playoffs this week for Ted McMillan.
Damn.
If the Bills don't win a Super Bowl this year, they never will with Josh Allen, and this should not be controversial. There will likely be no Mahomes in the playoffs, on top of no Lamar and no Joe Burrow. This is their chance.
I agree.
Big facts.
This will be the ultimate litmus test on if the NFL is all about quarterbacks or not. Because if that is true, and you say, well, what I've learned from Patrick Mahomes being dominant is the best quarterback's always going to win, the all-time great is always going to come out of the AFC. That's how AFC football works. The Bills should walk to the Super Bowl. It's him and Drake May and a bunch of guys who are nowhere close to their class.
Listen, man, you got to take advantages of when they are placed in front of you.
Yep.
And if your boogeyman is just sleep this time, and you can't, you don't have to play him. Yes, dude. I'm gonna need to see 3 weeks of Josh Allen go sicko mode.
And boy, did he go sicko mode in this game.
Yes.
We talked about it. This Bengals versus Bills game, I felt like a kid again.
Yeah.
This shit restored the feeling. This is the most hype I've had watching a football game all year. The perfect amount of snow. 2 elite quarterbacks playing against each other. Both of them playing well. I was so locked in. I felt so, it was so cool. And I thought about why that is the case. We are so unbelievably starved for elite quarterback play this season. This is most first season watching football locked in like this.
I feel so mad because, okay,
We used to
Lamar
have-
gonna get hurt, and then he's gonna come back, play like whatever he's been playing, whatever. And then on top of that, too, Mahomes is just like not who I was sold that he was. That generational conversation, he's not that at all.
The past few years, we got to watch 3 gods play quarterback every week in Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. That is what we've gotten used to. You tell me the MVP favorite guy on the top of his game, dominating everybody single-handedly this year is Matthew Stafford? Shout out Matthew Stafford. Fantastic player. 6th best quarterback in the league or something like that. Has been that for a while. Great. If that is the linchpin point we can look at and say this is mastered quarterback play, we're witnessing a quarterback drought this season because Joe Burrow was hurt. All the guys you just mentioned. This is the first game I felt like I was watching 2 gods duel, and it really felt like it.
And you know why?
Why?
He had that little bit of snow. It's an outdoor stadium. You wouldn't have gotten that same feeling if you were inside in a dome the same way y'all were trying to do last week.
And the next day I had to watch Jalen Hurts. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. My thoughts have developed
And where'd
on
you
that
watch
conversation.
In a dome.
I had Baker Mayfield MVP conversations, bro. What the fuck?
Exactly.
It's nasty work.
So yeah, Josh Allen, this is the year they should make they should have, this is the best chance they have, which sucks because their defense doesn't have a great chance to win the Super Bowl.
Too bad. Figure it out.
I think realistically, I don't think this team's winning the Super Bowl, but in terms of getting out of the conference, you don't have those boogeymen, so I guess that's something. Now, the other 10 players playing football 11 on 11, I can't speak for the
Exactly.
Bills having great advantages, but you do have the quarterback advantage.
Yeah.
You gonna let Bo Nix take your dream in front of you? That's tough. That's hard to stomach.
Last one we have here, and this transitions us to the next topic of this block. It is time for us to have the Chiefs funeral, I think. It is time for us to say goodbye to the dynasty as we currently know it, because I think they're not going to make the playoffs, clearly, and they're going to have some soul searching to do this summer, reinvigorating this team, giving them a new identity, and a new second win to the Mahomes era. And we're going to start with this harsh reality from Chase. He says, the Chiefs need to accept that Andy Reid may have to be fired. I don't know who they replace him with. Please, for the love of God, not Nagy. But his play calling is high-key terrible, and the way he uses players is not the best anymore. This is a real conversation. Early before the season started, there was a lot of woke Chiefs fans on Twitter talking about this, talking about the roster not being in a good position to maximize Patrick Mahomes, talking about the fact that Andy Reid kind of has become a Mahomes merchant at this point, and a lot of the credit probably should go to Mahomes. People didn't want to listen to them. People want to say you're doing too much. You have one of the best coaches of all time, and you're not grateful. Time is telling that maybe they were right.
This is correct.
Hmm.
Well, I was saying I don't think Reid needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I think it could be fired, though. I think it's a conversation that he doesn't have to be. I won't go that far, but I do think there's reason to say that maybe fired isn't the right decision. He certainly needs to do some soul searching and be forced to reinvigorate his entire style and go through a late career genesis to have a new modern approach.
Yeah, they definitely need they need somebody else to go in there and to kind of jumpstart everything, but also personnel wise, they have been bleeding talent
Yes.
for years,
Mhm.
and they haven't replaced anybody in terms of having like a young star that can come in and replace everybody. It's wild. He can still do it, and he can still turn it on. it is crazy that Chris Jones is the lone, like,
Your entire pass rush.
is everything on their D line, that he is their one playmaker, that if you are going to get a stop on third down, like, it's going to be, is Chris Jones going to do this or not?
So all the Chiefs need is revamped offensive coaching staff, 2 new running backs,
Easy to
a
find.
wide receiver who can beat man coverage, a starting tight end, 3 to 5 new defensive linemen, a linebacker, figure out who to keep at cornerback due to impending free agents, figure out who to keep at safety due to impending free agents. Oh, that's nothing.
So
Okay,
just
I'll
a
say
whole
this.
new team. Okay.
They
I'll
need
say
so
this.
much.
That's easy.
Two new running backs. We can find that in the 6th and the 7th round.
Okay.
Figure out who to keep at cornerback and figure out who to keep at safety. That's fine. We don't have to spend draft picks on that. That's all mental. So now we have 3 things off of that. A wide receiver who could beat man coverage. Send Rashee Rice to sleepaway camp, and we can figure that out. Starting tight end, that's what the 5th round pick is for. A revamped offensive coaching staff. You sit Andy Reid down and you say, hey, listen, you have a very heart-to-heart. So now we are a conversation, a mental exercise, 3 draft picks away, and now we can start finding a new 3 to 5 new D linemen and a linebacker. That is what the first 4 rounds and free agency is for. I see the path to the Chiefs keep being their dynasty.
And that's why, that's what I want to talk about, is this team is fundamentally broken. And I think there's a lot of people that want to just do the typical WWE-ification of the NFL and be like, Mahomes isn't that guy anymore. The star can't do it. Or whatever other surface level decision for why they suck, right? Their roster has atrophied. Brett Veach has not done a good job building this roster, and that much is clear. Whether or not we decide Andy Reid needs to be fired or needs to be forced to get a new coordinator or whatever we do with the coaching staff, the GM has done a god-awful job, and I think probably needs to be replaced. I would not, if I'm ownership, and I know there's some awkward dynamics here with Veach and Andy Reid kind of being like this, that's kind of why he's in that job, I would want a new GM. I wouldn't trust him to lead this charge of reinvigorating this roster that clearly needs a top-down approach to be completely different.
Mm.
And I don't know, there's a good case for the offensive approach that you really can't separate those two, like I said. Andy Reid wants this style of receiver that is these gimmicky speed guys that are small and agile in open space because Andy Reid believes he can scheme them open and they can make plays after the catch. Now we have that failing because the scheme isn't quite as inventive as it once was. And now these guys are getting pressed into the sidelines every play because you keep drafting these 5'10" receivers that can't separate at all. I kind of do buy that. That points back to Andy Reid in some way.
Okay, maybe. But also, if they go out and if the Chiefs go out and they draft a wide receiver who has more of a traditional build.
Are we assuming they're not making the playoffs, by the way, with this 10% chance? Are we just seeding that they're not making it?
For me personally, I think
I
it's
still
over.
think they can.
And you're holding on to hope real hard.
Yeah.
The hope, honestly, is because of what I saw last night and what I've seen from the Chargers post Joe Alt, which is they can't keep winning with this offensive line like that, right? Like
they're 9-4. They only need to win like 1 or 2 more games. If they beat the Chiefs, it's over.
Yes. If they beat the Chiefs, it's done. However, if the Chiefs win next week against the Chargers, then that goes up. And then the Chargers' final schedule, like they have a game against the Texans, I believe. I'll pull it up. But the Chargers, like they don't have the easiest schedule.
No, they have a hard schedule. They play the Chiefs, they play the Texans, and they play the Broncos, I think.
It's Chiefs on the road against the Chiefs next week. Week after that, on the road against Dallas. Week after that, versus Houston, and the season on the road in Denver. So maybe, and like Denver will have things locked up, but depending on what like New England does, if New England has the 1 seed locked up, we'll see what happens. But I'm assuming everybody's going to play in that Week 18 game. That's potentially, like, if they go 1-3 over the next 4 games, it wouldn't be shocking to me if that happened.
Yeah.
And so
They also need the Colts to fall off.
that will happen.
With no Daniel Jones, that's fair.
That will happen. And they actually don't, because the Colts are the one team that the Chiefs have a tiebreaker over.
Okay.
And
well, either way, they're a few games behind, so they need them to lose some games pretty quickly.
They will. I promise you they will. But yeah, so I understand it's a very, very low percentage. 1-3 for the Chargers against a Texans defense like that, against a Cowboys offense like that. It wouldn't be shocking to me if that happened.
Well, I'm assuming the Chiefs don't come back.
Okay.
And they won't make the playoffs. Because then if we're setting that groundwork that it's kind of over for this version of the team, and I'm sure the title of this clip I'm going to post is the Chiefs dynasty is dead as we know it. I think that's true. But I also think the Chiefs could be very good next year.
Yes. So it's not dead then.
Both are true. No, it's dead because it's gonna have to be a new type.
I mean,
of
this
team.
current form of it. Okay,
100%. It has to be a new type of team. Also, before we get to look at this clip, hilarious the Chiefs went from doing shit like this last year to missing the playoffs. Remember when they did this merry-go-round shit?
Bro, that's insane. That's so wildly different. How much were they up by? They must have been up by $1 million minimum.
We're in a different era of football. They would not dare to do some shit like this today.
Whose idea was this, right?
Probably Andy. And yeah, I think, like I mentioned, the weapon room.
So whimsical.
The only thing going for this team right now offensively is the fact they have a good offensive line that is injured right now, but I think is still good, and it has 4 starters that should be the starters next year, and a 5th that is waiting in the woodworks ready to come out, and a quarterback that obviously is playing as good as he ever has. Well, let me not say that. Is still playing very good, right?
Mm-hmm.
The running back room is terrible. The wide receiver room needs to be completely reimagined. The way Andy Reid deploys his wide receivers needs to be completely reimagined. The way he draws up his run game needs to be reimagined. This consistent success rate, maxing 2 yards a carry on third down, the running game up the middle. We need to have a run game that has a chance to be explosive, whether it be the talent or them drawing it up. And the entire passing game approach needs to be a lot more imaginative and changed up because this team doesn't have a terrible defense right now. The fact that we're talking about Patrick Mahomes' team missing the playoffs in his prime while their defense is fine, it's insane. The fact that it's all a top-down approach to every level the offense has failed is insane. Like, that is truly ridiculous to happen when you have one of the best quarterbacks to ever live.
It shouldn't happen. It's happened. I mean, it shouldn't happen. It's happened, but before, I feel like. But also, when you have stuff like this, when you have your entire roster going downhill offensively, it isn't shocking. And
they have the same record as the Dolphins.
Again, very shocking. I understand that. Everybody also shouldn't be shocked because I also feel like this is what people have been saying. Like, we were kind of saying this last year, where they were playing every single game was a close game. And it's like, they can't keep getting away with this. Well, they're not getting away with this anymore.
Yeah. And that is the truth. That is the reality of it, right? That this team is probably a little bit better than last year in some ways that are measurable. Like, I'm sure their rushing success rate is better than it was last year. The wide receiver room with Rice healthy, at least, even though he's not playing good, is probably a little more talented than last year. But they went from undefeated in 1-score games to winless in 1-score games, it feels like.
Yeah.
Everything flipped the other way. We gave them benefit of the doubt because they made the goddamn Super Bowl with that terrible Chiefs team. It gave us blind hope that they can just do it again, that Mahomes and Reid will never fail. So you are right. This is the same thing. But that to me further proves that we need to change up some things. That last year we got the best case scenario that masked things. And that tells me now we are 2 years in to Patrick Mahomes completely masking the entire roster atrophy of this unit. And everyone points to Mahomes hasn't been as productive once Tyreek Hill left, once Travis Kelce wasn't the GOAT anymore, and all this stuff as a way to say Mahomes is a fraud. No, it's to let you know that that's what's possible when he has a good team around him, and now that he has dog shit around him and he's keeping this team to be more successful than not, continuing to be successful in the playoffs, despite the fact those guys aren't gone. Now we're just seeing what it looks like when he's actually, behaving like a normal quarterback does, not carrying everybody to the highest degree.
I think a part of what helps keeps dynasties alive and constantly ongoing, flowing, and reaching new levels is seeing, going back to what you said, like scheme, new philosophies, and just new things a part of your game that you necessarily haven't seen before.
Yes.
And so far, I guess throughout the last, 7 years or so, when I was like a super casual NFL fan, just like watching here and there, catching games whenever I can, I still to this day, 7 years later, 6 years later, or whatever it is, don't know what is wildly different or what's like new factors or at least like play wise for this team. And it's the same thing. And I feel like at this point in time, going back to what you guys said, of course, naturally with the talent bleeding as you stack up more wins and more, championships and all that, you're going to get poached naturally, of course. But to see how they're steadfast on specific types of receivers, it's just, you're right. The talk is literally clicking. They embody that meme.
The game has left them before they left the game. And I think people are making this comparison that it's ending up a lot like how it ended up with the Eagles for Andy Reid, and that it went out sad with the things that made him such a good coordinator early in his tenure there kind of fizzle out as the rosters get worse. Difference is now you have Mahomes, who has kept the team afloat a little bit longer than they did with the Eagles. We had this tweet. Mahomes has accounted for 76% of KC's yardage this season. Highest rate by any QB on any team. Just go win. That's exactly how it feels. And yeah, what you just described is right, that They haven't changed it up in the same way the rest of the league has, and that's what the best do. Sean McVay is now running 13 personnel at the highest rate in the NFL, and they have the best offensive had since they won the Super Bowl because of it. Changing up your game as the NFL advances is the name of the game. That's how you stay at the top.
I want to see them get some new X receiver, but some big body dude.
I want to see that as long as every other roster decision I talked about. A new offensive coordinator that is a young, fresh mind that Andy Reid will cede responsibility to and let him reinvent this offense is needed.
It's needed. Do you think it's realistic?
No, it's not at all. Well, actually, maybe. I can't know what Andy Reid's going to do, right? Who knows? Do I have a track record of believing that he wants to do that or that he feels like he needs to do that? Probably not. He probably still feels like he's the GOAT. And my way has gotten us to 5 straight Super Bowls. One off year isn't going to change that, right? That's probably exactly how he feels. And it's understandable why you feel that way logically. That is true. You've been nothing but successful once you got Mahomes. One bad year. You shouldn't lose confidence entirely, right? But you should do some reflecting. You should realize the state of the NFL, the nature of sports, that you need to get better to stay on top and see the writing on the wall for 2 straight years. Know that you can't rely on Mahomes to win every single one-score game. It takes some hard decisions looking inward. And I don't know if old men necessarily want to do that, so it's tough, but it's necessary.
Yeah. I'd look at this year, and for the Chiefs, like, man, that Jaguar game hurts right now.
Yeah.
That game was so weird because it felt like it was going to be one of those Chiefs types of games where they are able to just execute, out execute the other team at the end of the game. Trevor Lawrence falls down, gets back up and runs the ball in, and you're just sitting there like, what just happened? And if that, obviously, like, you could do this with a whole bunch, but specifically with the way that like the tiebreakers are set up, that game goes differently. You're 7-6. You also have the tiebreaker over the Jags, and this season feels so much different. But I think everything you're saying about Andy Reid, 100% true. It's also helps. You bring up Sean McVay and you bring up an X receiver. It helps when you just have like Puka Nacua and this demon that is so versatile. But then that also goes back to what we've been saying about Brett Veach, which is there are other wide receivers outside of 5'10", 170 who run 4.35 40s, right? There are other types of football players, and having a diverse group of wide receivers would help you.
EGE was a failure this season, and that pains me to say because I'm excited for this wide receiver room this year. 100%. It's just not working. A couple weeks ago we talked about it. I was like, I don't know if Xavier Worthy's good. And like that kind of makes everything fall apart, right? If this first round pick that's supposed to be the guy that brings you this new speed element you haven't had since Tyreek Hill is not a particularly effective deep threat despite having the fastest 40-yard dash of all time, that's a hard place to start from. Rashee Rice is good, not having a good year right now, not looking as effective as he did at the start of last year or the end of his rookie year. That's tough. I guess understandable. He misses so much time. He is also a unique player that is like a role guy. He is a unique guy that is more of a yards after catch guy rather than a separator himself. The other guys there, Hollywood Brown, it's been a few years since he's been on top of his game. What they really need is probably to get the ball back to Tyquan Thornton, which is crazy because he can at least be a deep threat that can separate down the field. Yeah. But he's been politicked out of the rotation a lot of the times.
And damn politics,
God.
man.
So it's just tough. Like the vision we had for them when they got Rice back of having this dynamic group that could finally click like we all hoped for hasn't worked. There's nothing else to fall back on. There's no other talent because Travis Kelce is what he once was. The running back room is very bad. There's nothing to latch onto to say this could be their out to being really good again.
Mahomes. That's it. That's all you got.
Yep.
That's all you got.
Damn. So Brett Veach, I'll be shocked if he's still there. Patrick Mahomes was their fastest ball carrier in their win.
He's been their run game.
18.8.
Yeah.
What?
He's been their run game.
While Brett Veach is getting all these small, fast guys.
Jeez, man. What the fuck?
Run some in rounds.
Apparently, the Chiefs are tied for second in the league in drop passes.
Yeah, so that's another thing. We mentioned that this game, the drops are ridiculous. Like, that's why they lost this game in the end. Mahomes tried to play hero ball. Drops from every single receiver in that room, it felt like.
It was cold.
It was cold.
What do you want me to say? It was cold.
Damn, man.
And when they play football and it was cold, that was cold.
I feel.
This is true. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, the Chiefs clearly aren't dead. They still have Mahomes. They still have the ability to make the roster better like every team does. It's pretty easy to reinvent yourself over one offseason in the NFL, especially when you have Patrick Mahomes, like I said. Does feel like this version of the team is dead, though.
Yeah.
New age, new
especially
chapter.
if they miss the playoffs, it's over. It's gonna be a new start. But then I can already see it that season afterwards. So next season, when they get everything back together, they get back to winning the AFC West, and you have this like Phoenix rising from the ashes type of vibe. It's gonna be crazy.
And that's what they need. It takes sometimes you need
Unless that doesn't happen, they just keep dinking and dunking, and one score game.
And Andy Reid changes nothing because he's a champion. My way or the highway,
which is probably what's gonna happen.
Yep. And that will be. I don't even give a fuck because I'm a Chargers fan. So like, if they fail, they fail. Would be kind of disappointing to see Patrick Mahomes go out that way because he's gonna get the brunt of the blame because it's WWE to NFL fans. The only thing that matters is the quarterback, especially when you're supposed to be the GOAT.
Yeah, man. Ask for a trade.
See, a lot of Chiefs fans were like,
I'm playing.
I know it's so dumb. It's not even Chiefs fans are doing it. Other fans were like, is this our time to go ahead and like bundle up, I don't know, 4 first-round picks or whatever it is and just ship it away from Mahomes? I'm like, that would be the most insane thing ever witnessed, bro.
Yeah, we're never gonna see that happen.
Yeah.
But listen, man,
I need 5. I need 5 first-round picks. Minimum.
Mahomes looks so visibly upset every game on the sideline, and he goes to the podium and puts on his best corporate face and he's talking about, we just got to go out there and win the next game. He's just like real cool about it. At some point, he put his foot down and like say like, this isn't good enough, Like, I would like to see the emotion he shows in the field. Like, if he's not going to put his foot down and say we need to change, no one else is going to do it.
He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
Yeah, man.
Because you saw 2 years ago in that Monday night game, like he threw the ball not as perfect, but like he threw a catchable ball to MVS and he drops it. And he came out and was like, yeah, man, like, I just got to put it out a little bit further for him. I got to make the throw easier. Like, it's not your fault MVS is bad. Like, you don't have to do this. And everybody would have been 100% understanding if he was like, yeah, man, I threw a dot and he just dropped it.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't want him to be like, listen, man, fucking Worthy can't break a tackle to save his life. I don't want him to do that, but I want him to be like, be
on some Aaron Rodgers stuff. It's like,
God.
Everybody shows up to film. We have conversations. We get to the field. Those conversations go in one ear and out the other. Nobody.
I've never seen Pacheco watch film, not once.
You can't. He's blind. What do you mean?
Like he's like, if you go to our facility right now, the jugs machines haven't been turned on in 2 weeks. Nobody knows what they're doing.
They have the worst 25th second half offense since week 9 in the NFL. That's crazy. Just straight collapses.
That checks out, bro. Watching their offense is so mind-numbing and all types of frustrating. Seeing Mahomes constantly being the fucking best rusher out there, bro. Shout out to Kareem Hunt. He's been like better as of late for whatever that means, but still, having him being forced to be the lead option when it comes to the run is so embarrassing.
I'm gonna name a few other teams in the AFC right now. You let me know who you think has a better future to reload after this season and kind of like have a chance to be good again next year.
Okay.
Or who you feel more faith in long term? Chiefs or the Ravens?
I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah, both kind of in the same boat. Need to really retool. But you feel better about the roster up and down of the Chiefs?
No, I feel better about the Ravens' pathway. That's all it is.
So you're picking the Ravens?
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you said Chiefs.
No, my bad. I'm picking the Chiefs, but I do feel better about the Ravens' pathway. When it comes to the Chiefs, they have the better, not necessarily the better rosters. They got Mahomes at the end of the day, and that trumps all.
Okay.
I'm going Chiefs.
So it's Chiefs, yeah.
Okay. Chiefs or Bengals?
Oh, I'm going with the Chiefs. The Bengals are an incompetent franchise.
Okay. You have no hope of them ever being good again?
No. This is like one off season where they could have made things semi-normal and they chose not to.
I want to say them so bad, but it's the Chiefs.
Okay, let's go the opposite of the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the Jags. The young team with a young coach and the quarterback that's an issue, but they have more things going for them across the roster.
Once again, I will never believe in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
But I will believe in Liam Cohen, though.
Yes, I will not believe in Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Well, damn.
So you think next year the Chiefs will be better than the Jags again?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you think a 1 year turnaround is happening?
Yeah, I do. I think you have like I do think that when things as a collapse expert actually. Myself, I think that like when collapses happen, especially for teams that have very like decent infrastructure, there is kind of like a wake up call, and you can get things fixed pretty quickly. I think that the Chiefs have the ability to do that.
I don't know though, because at that same conversation, the Jags have been looking much better across multiple fronts so far, and they still have a Lamborghini in the garage that they just haven't found the keys.
Who?
And
Travis
Hunter.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought you were talking about Trevor.
No.
And like Trevor putting it together and calling him the Lamborghini.
No, he's
played well
a
last week. He was
Corolla
some
right
crazy
now.
throws.
He's stable, reliable.
Broncos.
None to flex.
Ooh.
I've got the Broncos. Wait, do I?
Who's better for the next 3 years? Who has more success?
See, these are two different questions still, but I'll go with Denver. The defense is great. Sean Payton is a good coach, and you can have one more year of Bo Nix figuring stuff out.
Okay. Chargers.
I can't trust him. I can't trust him.
No matter what.
I can't trust him.
They might have the best tackle duo in the NFL next year. Draft some good players in there. Hopefully draft some good edge rusher or something. They have Herbert. He has weapons.
I think I'm taking the Chargers. They're set up better.
I can't trust them. I'm so sorry.
You're holding on so hard to the mystique of the Chiefs, just assuming they'll be back.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I cannot trust the Chargers. It is 100% because of them and not the Chiefs.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That's the last one to there. Next story we got to talk about. We got to talk about the new biggest disaster in the NFL. It is highly unfortunate. We just had a funeral for the Chiefs. We got to have a funeral for the 12-week run in which the Colts were the best offense in the NFL. Daniel Jones is obviously torn his Achilles. A week after he broke his leg and played through it, he came out, non-contact injury, tore his Achilles out for the season. I'm sure next season's in jeopardy as well, which creates the new biggest issue in the NFL because they traded 2 first-round picks, going all in on this era, assuming it was real, believing in Daniel Jones to lead them, trading 2 first-round picks for a cornerback, mind you, so it does very little to offset this because it's not an offensive player. They're in hell now, I think. And that might be putting it lightly. What's worse than hell? They're in eternal damnation.
Steelers fandom, like just purgatory. This is as bad of a situation as you can be in, and it flipped so quickly for them to think that you found somebody. Your only hope is that Anthony Richardson has taken this year off, and he has been putting on a VR headset, and he's been watching film and diagnosing, and next year he just comes back and he's able to just be this great quarterback, and he's able to put it all together.
Oh shit, it's official.
Yep. We said they're
what?
in hell. They're so deep in hell that they have officially right now at, what time is it? Tuesday, December 9th, 11:56 a.m. Central Standard Time. They have signed Phillip Rivers to their practice squad.
Wow.
44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who has not played since 2020, is now a member of the Colts. I saw a tweet earlier that he's there to mentor Riley Leonard. So
makes sense.
I guess makes sense. Maybe, Riley Leonard's also hurt, so I should mention that. Not only Daniel Jones have no Achilles, Anthony Richardson has no face. He broke his face muscle, his face bones like 8 weeks ago. He's still out. Riley Leonard hurt his knee in his first game. He had to come into action. Complete quarterback hell. You're signing 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. That's insanity to say out loud. I cannot believe Phillip Rivers is back in the NFL. What the fuck does that? What?
Yeah, they're in hell.
This is an existential crisis now. Because not only are you losing your ability to win a Super Bowl this year, like you went all in for, right? Mm-hmm. You're losing your ability to probably win a Super Bowl next year. What do you do with Daniel Jones this summer? He's a pending free agent. And you only make that trade, trading 2 first-round picks, because you're comfortable paying him and having him be your quarterback of the future. Mm-hmm. That already was a risky endeavor because he's Daniel Jones and has had more years being abjectly terrible than he has being a revelation this year, being so great. Coming off an Achilles tear, I don't want to pay any quarterback coming off an Achilles tear, let alone one with years of inconsistent accuracy under pressure that needs his mobility to handle that pressure. Now he has one less Achilles and he's due for a payday now. So you either have to say, we're out on him, or we're not going to pay him because he's damaged goods, which throws this entire 5-year era into question, or you pay him a handsome amount of money with no Achilles and pray to God he magically is just as good as he was before.
Listen, man, the game is tough.
the game is rude. The game is cruel.
The game is tough. It's hard out here. And if I'm the Colts, and obviously I have my prior feelings about Daniel Jones, but if I'm also the Colts, I can't have 2 question marks in my quarterback room. I can't have Anthony Richardson and still not know whether or not he is a viable quarterback for the future. And I can't have Daniel Jones with no Achilles be in the quarterback room. That's too much. It would be too much invested into question marks at the most important position on our team. I would not do it. I would not pay Daniel Jones, and you would just have to cut your losses.
He brought the Colts back is what he did. He was a brave NFL QB, and in this house, Daniel Jones is a hero. End of story.
Good job. Good job.
And I brought this up to say,
Yeah.
shout out Daniel Jones, man. This is so unfortunate. Obviously unfortunate for the Colts. They're in hell now. That will be the hardest decision in the NFL this summer. What to do with Daniel Jones, whether or not to pay him, whether or not to have faith in Anthony Richardson, have faith in Riley Leonard, revisit the draft, somehow get a quarterback when you don't have a first round pick. That'll be hard. So tough for Daniel Jones, who is on the precipice of being the next great quarterback reinvention story. Like, he truly was, for where he came from and in preseason expectations when they decided to start him, and we were up here saying there is no chance this works. We know who Daniel Jones is. Terrible. To playing, giving them for a large stretch of the season, for a solid 8 weeks when they were 7-1 through 8 weeks, the best offense of modern NFL history for that stretch. Truly remarkable. This is so painful for him.
Yeah, this is easily, of course, like, honestly, when it comes to just storylines, this is the worst possible case in the NFL in general. This is one of the more unforeseen things that I've seen going based off of like his where he was as a player when he was with the Giants. If I was the Colts, me personally, I would want to maintain him. And obviously now that he fucking shattered his Achilles or whatever, you probably have a little bit more leeway. But I would just more so want to maintain having his presence bare minimum in the locker room because, yo, bruh, like, you're coming off of like having guys like who before Phillip Rivers or after Phillip Rivers, you had Matt Ryan, Gardner Minshew, obviously Anthony Richardson as well. At least give the hope, or at least showcase that you're wanting to have someone like Daniel Jones and give him another opportunity. You don't have to sign him to a long contract or anything like that, obviously.
Yeah, maybe culturally for the team, it'll be good to retain him. And I'm sure he's a good locker room guy. There was that screenshot of after he tore his Achilles, it was raining, and he still came out and sat on the sideline to support his team. I'm sure that'll be good for the locker room to keep him, pay him, have good morale. NFL's a cutthroat business, and you got to pay quarterbacks a lot of money.
Everybody will understand. And then, especially in recent memory, obviously different range of players and where they're at in their careers. But the last three quarterbacks to tear their Achilles, you got Deshaun Watson, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got Kirk Cousins.
0 for 3. All of them couldn't move at all after that.
Damn.
All of them got their mobility zapped. 2 of them are old. Deshaun Watson, lots of reasons why he's garbage, but I'm sure the Achilles tear is one of them.
And if you take away mobility from Daniel Jones and you say, go back there and be Aaron Rodgers, be Kirk Cousins, be this pocket passer that's able to diagnose everything, I'm not sure that's the best course of action for this team. So you have to do all of this while managing Sauce Gardner, who left the game the week prior with the left calf strain, which at this point is like like you hear calf strain and then instantly triggers like, oh, his Achilles is about to rupture.
This is up next, yeah.
I forgot he got hurt, dude. And like, look at this sentence. Don't you just hate when your QB breaks his leg, then plays through that and tears his Achilles, then the backup goes in, but hurts his knee too, and your third QB isn't available either because he blasted his eye socket with a giant rubber band? Don't you just hate that? Then you add in the fact that you traded for Sauce Gardner, gave him 2 first-round picks for him, immediately gets hurt. And then not only does that happen, not only do you have Sauce out, you traded for Sauce because you wanted to have an elite cornerback duo with your Various Ward. Guess who's also hurt again? Who's placing concussion protocol? This is insane. This is truly remarkable.
This is the worst 3 weeks that I've seen from a fucking franchise, bro. Damn.
Like, dude, what did they do? Who did they harm? Oh, you know what this goes back to? I just remembered.
What did they do?
This is a blood sacrifice for the Indiana Pacers making the finals.
Oh, yeah.
First Tyrese Halliburton had died for their sins. They pushed it too far. They took too much out of the vault. They sucked too much life out of that. He paid for it. Then Caitlin Clark paid for it. Then
Daniel Jones.
Just one before that little awkward dimension.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
It's okay. However, now all of this is going on. They have to pivot. They have to figure out what to do.
What does that mean? What does a pivot look like when you have no first round picks, no quarterbacks?
You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. They don't like you over there in Cleveland. Go to a team. I will keep my wrist up for the year.
You're joking, but that actually sounds really sexy.
Like 100% or 99.9%, it's a joke. That other remaining percentage, they do need something. And I think that if Anthony Richardson is once again going through they brought in Daniel Jones because they didn't believe in Anthony Richardson, and he obviously hasn't been able to play. So you still really are in the same position that you were last year, which is, can this guy who now hasn't played NFL football in a year and who has routinely been injured, whether he's been on the field or off of it, working out with resistance bands, if any of that stuff happens, can we get a quarterback in here that we can halfway believe in? And I do think that in terms of retread quarterbacks or quarterbacks that will be available, you are going to be dipping into the pool of, do we go get Joe Flacco again? Do we go call Jameis Winston? Is there another option that gives us a little bit more flexibility? And if the Browns do take a quarterback first overall, maybe Shador is on the market because, again, he's a 5th-round pick and they don't seem to be overly invested. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. I'm looking around. I'm looking for. You brought in a 44-year-old quarterback.
You're talking about retreads. They have Phillip Rivers isn't that much older than Bo Nix.
You're clearly desperate, and just thinking about like young quarterbacks or people who are going to be available right now. Like, he is on that short list of guys that you can anticipate being.
That is a good
available.
point. This is the best copium for Colts fans. That obviously you're cursed. Obviously your life is in fucking shambles now, and there's not much you can do about it. But there is one thing to point to. Shane Steichen built Daniel Jones with a box of scraps in a cave. He can do it with someone else. Clearly, you thought you were fucked with Anthony Richardson flopping, and then you found your savior literally from the trash heap. And shout out Daniel Jones, he played a part of that. He was a good scheme fit. It wasn't entirely that like just coordinator. But my God, did Shane Steichen do a large part of giving Daniel Jones the ecosystem to thrive like that? There's probably other quarterbacks you can do that with. And there's always options.
And realistically, it probably is going to be like Mac Jones or something.
That's not too bad.
That comes in here and tries to run this offense.
Trade a 4th-round pick for Mac Jones?
That's probably the like, if I'm the Colts, like, because if I was anybody else, any other team, obviously, like, I'm not really super interested in going out and bringing the Shador Mania into my building. And so what can we do? We are going to get one of the whitest men in America in Mac Jones, and we're going to bring him into Indy. He's going to be able to run the system. It's going to be fine. And as long as our offensive line and Jonathan Taylor can be good, you still expect your defense to see if we can keep taking steps forward. Can we patch it together, still win this division? Yeah. So Mac Jones right now, and especially as I'm like realistically talking through it, he's probably the guy.
Yeah. Okay. So this year you're kind of cooked, unless Phillip Rivers can play, or unless Riley Leonard is good and surprisingly good, which I don't think anybody views him as that. But again, if Shane Steichen is this QB whisperer that can fix these guys, then who's to say, right? Maybe he has a magical run. Probably cooked for this year, which is highly unfortunate because this was your year. Next year, though, doesn't have to be cooked because for the same reason Daniel Jones can make it work, there's other quarterbacks that can bring in and make it work.
Yeah.
Highly unfortunate. They already blew draft capital. That would be a necessity to find those guys. But, if you're already all in, keep going all in. Trade some more picks, goddammit. Kyler Murray's right there. He probably needs a 2nd-round pick. Keep it going.
Honestly, hope they hurry up and find their answer as soon as possible and they don't find themselves different situation in terms of how you got here, but you don't want to be in the same situation as the Vikings in terms of you have pieces. You have way more pieces than the Vikings and Tyler Warren, who's one of the best tight ends in the entire league. Of course, Josh Downs is there, Alex Pierce. And then I didn't even mention Jonathan Taylor, who was in MVP conversations just a couple of weeks ago. Still like the best back in the league. Find this answer fast as possible. Yeah. No time can be wasted.
Staying on the topic of Daniel Jones being a good guy, being a guy who doesn't deserve this. It's a funny little story. Today I learned that Daniel Jones broke his collarbone in college. 2 of his Duke teammates made him a 3D printed pad that enabled him to play just 3 weeks later. That happens when you go to school with nerds. It works out real well. After graduation, these guys then turned it into a legitimate business called Protect 3D. They won $50,000 from the NFL's innovation competition and have even secured a contract with the DoD for military-grade wearables. They're working with the fucking government. But when Daniel Jones fractured his fibula this year, he called them up again for help. They made Daniel Jones another custom pad, pictured below, which is helping him play with a broken leg.
What the fuck, man? Shout out to connections. That's crazy.
He's got brothers in the military.
He got military equipment on the field.
Getting defense contracts.
What the fuck?
What a story.
You mean nerds.
That's silly, bro.
Shout out Duke.
No shout out Duke.
All right, man, fuck Duke. How about that?
Yeah.
How about we don't shout out military contracts? How about that?
Yeah.
Next thing, though, to end this segment talking about Daniel Jones.
We hate Duke.
On this topic, though, Obviously, Daniel Jones did a lot to repair his reputation this year. I want us to pick one player at every offensive skill position that completely repaired the reputation this year.
Okay.
Quarterback, running back, tight end, 2 wide receivers, guys who completely were written off and rewrote the book on themselves.
Okay.
So first off, quarterback, who are we going with?
It's Daniel Jones.
It has to be Daniel Jones.
100%.
Salute to a real one. Pour one out. One less Achilles on his body. But we'll always remember these first 12 weeks. These first 12 weeks are magical. I've never seen a guy who I was so confident is a bum be playing this goddamn well for this long.
He got benched for Tommy DeVito.
And he led the best offense in the NFL for 12 weeks.
That sounds like a horror story turning into a dream come true.
Never give up on your
This sounds like it's
dreams.
off of fucking Disney, bro.
We mentioned this with Norm Powell on the NBA show. Never give up on your dreams. You too can become a star 10 years into whatever you're doing. If you rap, keep rapping.
Every day.
If you want to make movies, you got an iPhone. Go shoot a movie. Figure it out. Keep going. Post those TikToks.
Do it. Listen, man, that's it.
God, no.
That's all we can say. You just have to be active. You have to go ahead and just do it.
Sam Darnold deserves an honorable mention for 2 seconds.
Last year, he was
He's still him.
Yeah.
He's still Sam Darnold.
Running back.
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams is up there.
Yeah.
He was completely written off. People forgot about him. I also feel like DeAndre Swift was the most hated running back in the NFL week 1.
Yeah,
that
you're
guy
right,
was
you're
certified
right.
blind. Nobody had faith in him. The talk all summer was, please draft Genty. We can't give Ben Johnson Swift again. Swift can't see a hole to save his life. Kind of cooking.
So I had DeAndre Swift. I had Travis Etienne.
Okay.
Feel like he was on the verge of consistently getting his chain snapped.
Oh, for sure. We're talking about Bigsby and Tune can both snatch the chain.
Exactly. And now it feels like this running game with Liam Cohen is running through Etienne again. Like I feel like he's kind of, revamped his reputation again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Common through line with all these guys. Clayton Adams, Liam Cohen, and
Ben Johnson.
Elite coordinators will save your running back's broke ass life. Go find the next wonderkin play caller. He can fix anybody.
Facts.
Tight end.
Ooh,
This is the
Who's
hardest
that
one.
tight end?
I put Dalton Kincaid. I think after last year, Dalton Kincaid was looking a little busty. And pause. He was looking a little bust adjacent. And this year, he's one of their most productive receivers.
Okay. Yeah, we can go with that. That's
Okay.
also, again, a lot of it's out of necessity because
Yeah.
nobody up there is
Because
serious.
Keon
Yeah.
Coleman's eating cookies. He doesn't want it.
So funny.
Someone's got to snatch a chain. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, so Kincaid is a fine pick. For a moment, it was looking like Kyle Pitts was like, a solid NFL player.
Yeah.
For a moment. The first half of week 1.
Yeah.
mad
Listen,
average.
that's more than he was
Preseason?
giving, that's more than he was giving anybody before.
Okay, 2 wide receivers. Where do you want to go? Plenty of options here.
George Pickens
Number
uh,
one for sure.
Yeah, he's
has
number
to be
one.
on here.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens looked like honestly the way we were talking about George Pickens was like, if he does not get 10 targets in the first 2 weeks of the season, he's going to be admitted into a mental institution because he's just gonna just do some wild stuff. Well,
Yeah.
really, he's just a really good he's a really good receiver who needs a quarterback like Dak Prescott who
No,
is
not really good. He's
who'd be
elite.
like
Yeah.
He's one of the best. George Pickens. He's top 10.
yeah.
I would
Before-
say he's top 5 right now.
He's playing like that.
Yeah.
When we first started the show, I said that the Steelers trading him and bringing in DK is a downgrade, and Steelers fans were so mad. They were like, "What are you talking about? DK is so much more proven as the guy." That shit aged like fucking fart.
It's terrible.
This is the worst. Wide receiver 2.
Rome Odunze.
Okay, well, he slowed down though after that hot start. He's kind of looking a little pedestrian again.
He did, but he was looking. But like coming in, it was Rome is like the most pro ready receiver. Like he could step in
Didn't
any
do
day,
that. Yeah.
and didn't do that. And so I do feel like because year 1 was as bad, it was like is he a bust? Like is he a Galen DeBoer merchant?
I wish we could say Marvin Harrison Jr., but he's looked exactly the same.
For a second, it was QJ on the Chargers.
Yeah, for a second. The second's been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been some time.
Stephon
now.
Diggs, another guy kind of like Pickens, is thought to be a diva coming off an ACL tear. He's been a leader, very good consummate professional in that locker room.
That's a good option.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, we can get there.
We don't have to go there though, but I don't know who shit. Michael
I
Wilson
like it.
apparently
I like
he's Calvin Johnson as soon as Marvin Harrison Jr. gets hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anybody thought of Michael
It's
Wilson that
disgusting.
way. I traded you Michael Wilson in fantasy as a throw-in in Dynasty. I didn't give a fuck on Michael Wilson. You still have him?
I think so.
Oh, shout out. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill went down. He's productive again. People kind of
Okay.
written him off.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the worst. It's not
It's
the worst
alright.
thing in the world. Who else? listen, for a moment, there was a stretch whenever AJ was hurt. I feel like Smitty kind of got himself back into like, oh, this guy's like legitimately like that.
Okay, I don't know.
Conversation.
I don't think people thought Smitty was trash though. So it's not. Maybe there was enough of a negative reaction.
That's fair.
But I kind of think he's better than AJ now.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, no, but the fact that can be a convo now to where like last year was very clear AJ 1, Devonta 2. Like that's why I feel like okay, he's done some.
Okay, we'll give you this because we can't give you anything else positive for the Eagles. So we will give you Smitty's place on this list that he doesn't really make sense on, but I'll give it to you.
Thank you. And anything for Smitty.
Anything for Smitty. I do think next year though I'm going to rank him higher than AJ Brown. I think the chain's being passed a little bit.
Damn.
I don't think AJ moves quite as well with the ball in his hands after the catch. Like obviously he's still strong, can still win these goal balls.
I mean he was good last night.
Yeah, I mean, he got some slants that were wide open, but like there was one of them where he got open. He can still get open. Obviously, he cooked. I forgot who it was. I think it was Still. He thought he was going to do a go ball, and then the release was really good. And he got a wide open slant. Mm-hmm. I was like, a couple of years ago, I think he would have got a couple more yards after the catch there.
I mean, he like halfway hurdled somebody yesterday. Like I don't know.
He broke the tackle. You're talking about Still. He broke the tackle and ran up the sideline. Mm-hmm. He's just strong as shit. So like Still came off of him. But I don't feel like he moves quite the same. Mm. Which maybe this is Kevin Patullo attacks, but there's that. Next thing to talk about. I don't know if you guys are aware, but we are witnessing the birth of a new living legend. Who? We are now 3 years into this experiment, and it has been solidified. Toyotathon Jordan Love is a real thing. He looks like a top 5 quarterback in the league right now.
Bro, when you guys first introduced this like nickname or whatever to me last week, I was so confused and perplexed. Then I had to get in my bag and do a little bit of research, and I fear this is real, and I'm mad no one ever told me that this fucking megalodon existed.
It's a megalodon. Yeah, as a new NFL fan, this is your first time experiencing Toyotathon Jordan Love. Jordan Love just fucking diced up the Bears defense, which anybody can do. He did it with fadeaways like Kobe Bryant. Yeah. He was out here in the pocket fading for no reason on clean pockets. Just,
look at that, Kobe.
Look, touchdown. Look at that. He is doing this type of stuff. He is entering flow state. And I think it's so interesting that he does this every December. Yeah. Like he just gets a certain amount of games under his belt and just becomes a god. I feel like it's a meme, but it's also like a trend that's real.
Yeah, it definitely is like that weather drops. He gets that winter breeze. And he's like a werewolf. He just transforms. This is as good of a sign for the Packers as you can ask for, because if you are going to be a good team and you are going to play like home games at Lambeau, having a quarterback who, whenever it gets cold, he starts to play well, or whenever we get to December and he just turns into this guy, this is 100% like what you want to see from them. And it's these Toyotathon stretches that will lead us going into next year saying Jordan Love is going to make the leap and he's going to be Toyotathon Jordan Love for the whole year. Understand, Toyota they could sell cars all year, but they understand the value of having a very popular promotion. Jordan Love is operating under the same premise. I can give you touchdowns all year long, but the last 4 weeks, the home stretch, going into the playoffs, when I start doing things that you didn't see the 8 weeks prior, now you appreciate it more. Now we can catch people off guard. Yeah. That's why he's running this promotion.
You say that though? It's like, yes. Also, I kind of feel like he did make that breakout now. I kind of think this is just who he is. Like,
he's done this 2 years in a row, though.
True. But also, all season, he's been measuring as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The offense has had some things to talk about all year, some conservatism issues, some weird things that have made them perform below what their advanced analytics say. But listen, we're 14 weeks into the season now. This isn't just like he went from being bad to great these past few weeks. He went from being very good to unstoppable for 2 straight weeks. We have this chart here that on one axis has EPA per play, a measure of how much value you're adding per play. And it seeks to accommodate for conditions of the team and what each player is responsible for. And PFF offensive grade, he's in the top right, close to the best in both. Him and Stafford, like all year, he has been number 1 in EPA per play per dropback. He's just been extremely, extremely good all year. It's finally coming together now. Sucks he lost Kraft. So I guess what I'm teeing this up to say is, are you feeling like the Packers are the best team out in the AFC now?
In the NFC, potentially. I think right now, if I had to make a bet right now, I think I would put money on the Rams right now.
Okay.
Over
fair.
Over the Packers. Just because having Puka and Devontae Adams offensively is ridiculous, and it does make sense. I do think that we've seen the Packers in years past get hindered by the inability of their wide receivers to truly break games. And Puka can do that. Devontae Adams can do that, right? And we've seen, especially this year, you get inside the 10, inside the 5, you know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to throw the slant to Devontae. You don't know how to stop it, and you can't stop it. So that's why I would pick the Rams. But if Jordan Love, if what you're saying is right, and this isn't just, I'm running this promotion, I've actually leveled up, and I am a better player than what I was before, can we see him do like the top 5 quarterback thing and now elevate?
I don't think he's top 5, but I think he's probably top 10.
I mean, this level of production and the way he's playing, that is somebody who, if we got it for a season, we would say he is one of the 5 to 7 best quarterbacks after the big 4.
And I think he's probably closer to 7, so I think that's fair. But he's amazing under pressure. Against the blitz, he is one of the most effective players in the NFL. This season, I think it's like him and Drake May have been the best quarterbacks against the blitz consistently. And that's kind of the superpower I point to, that yes, the weapons have always left a little something to be desired. Probably still do. But we got Jaden Reed back now. Matthew Golden's getting healthy. Hopefully we get everything together. Christian Watson has been a revelation on these deep balls. Things are coming together now. It would be very nice if we had Tucker Kraft there to make it really come together. That I kind of buy that this offense is going to be good enough for them to win a championship. And that Jordan Love will be the impetus of that.
Damn.
They definitely...
and also,
they can win a championship.
Jalen Hurts threw as many interceptions tonight as Jordan Love has all season.
Yeah,
that's an insane stat for.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm telling you, anytime you see stats like that, it's ridiculous. Like when you see that Herbert threw more interceptions in that playoff game than he did all year. Like being out of character is wild. It's crazy.
See how they talk about the old days when they're getting their face kicked in now. They gotta talk about nostalgia. It's longing for a time when they weren't the shitters.
Nostalgia, like it wasn't less than a year ago.
They gotta talk about the old days. They gotta avert attention.
I'm crying
to the fact that the fresh wound is still bleeding. But yeah, man, the Packers are special, and I think Jordan Love is. I don't know. I kind of view him when we do our rankings this coming summer, and we kind of get the gauge of things. I think I'll probably rank him around Dak, like 9, 8,
slightly below him.
Probably maybe slightly above. I don't know. Right around there. I have to sit on that
better.
more.
I think he's better than Dak.
I can see that. I'll have to really think about that one because Dak's also having a great year. But like last year, like Goff, Hurts, Baker, it's like 10 through 12 in some degree.
Yeah,
he's cleared that to me.
Okay.
With that being said, we're gonna do a quick TikTok about Toyotathon. I'm gonna name 5 versions of NFL QBs. You tell me who's better: Toyotathon Jordan Love or this specific version of a QB. So keep the verbiage very specific in your head.
Okay.
Level 1, Toyotathon Love or fourth quarter Caleb Williams.
Fourth quarter Caleb Williams.
That's a demon right
Mr.
there.
Walk him down every single week.
That is a demon.
Except for when he had to go toe-to-toe with fourth quarter with Toyotathon Jordan Love.
Yeah, so I think you just answered your own question. It is Toyotathon Jordan Love. You've seen it?
It's close though. Fourth quarter Caleb Williams is no joke. Now, first through third, fourth quarter is a very much a joke. First through third is a mess. But fourth quarter, he locks in.
Yeah, give me Jordan.
Level 2, early season Baker Mayfield.
I'm taking the game's over. I'm taking early season Baker Mayfield.
What?
Early season Baker Mayfield is one of the best, one of the swaggiest, one of the most clutch quarterbacks we've ever seen.
Swaggiest.
Baker Mayfield in September is a different animal and the same beast. With that being said, Toyotathon Jordan Love is just as good.
I think he prevails.
Walk down the Seahawks.
He did.
But listen, you're talking about how much you love
going toe to toe.
You're talking about how much you love cold weather games. Toyotathon Jordan Love does it in the snow. Does it when the conditions are worse.
Come play in 100-degree heat. see how that matters.
We're going Toyotathon.
He moves.
Level 3.
Baker, I respect what you did those first 6 weeks.
Yeah, you made Mecca Ibuka look like the next superstar. Where's he been? Level 3. Toyotathon Love or rookie season CJ Stroud?
Rookie season CJ Stroud
was different. Top 10 quarterback in the league. We thought he was the one. Thought he was the heir apparent.
Was that at that point? That was the best rookie season of all time?
No, Herbert did a couple years prior. He did an even better one, but it was up there for most productive in the modern era.
But went up there, won a playoff game.
Won a playoff game
in his rookie year.
Now, sadly, the playoffs aren't played in Toyotathon. If they were, I bet Jordan Love would have a Super Bowl.
Okay, now we'll go with Toyotathon. Toyotathon Jordan Love. I think it's slightly better than the rookie season CJ Stroud.
Rookie's just a little too green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you haven't
Okay.
seen enough.
Okay.
I run Toyotathon every year. I can pull back from different
You
experiences.
got life experience under your belt. Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Level 4, playoff Lamar Jackson.
Well, what? Okay.
So we know
okay,
we know how
okay,
good Lamar
okay.
is.
It's
I just
easy.
heard Lamar and I
It's
was like, Lamar, but
easily Toyotathon.
Okay.
yeah.
I wanted to test your biases here with Lamar.
The playoff Lamar Jackson should be level 1.
Yeah.
honestly.
I was like, he's still Lamar
That's
Jackson.
not scaring anybody.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's easy.
Level 5, Joe Burrow coming off a major injury. Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow,
I don't know. That's tough. That's
which
like
is every other year.
that's like Tom Brady at this point.
Facts.
He has that award on lock. I think. Listen now. Can I equalize it a little bit? Can I give Toyotathon Jordan Love Jamar Chase?
You
No.
cannot.
Then I will take Joe Burrow.
Okay. Once again, Joe Burrow is a weapons merchant. We're going
Damn.
Joe Burrow level 5. Post ACL, post major lower body injury, Joe Burrow, flow state.
He spent all summer just watching film. He can't run, can't do anything.
nothing.
He's sharp. All right. That's the end of Toyotathon talk. Shout out Jordan Love. The next thing we're going to do. I've had one man on my mind a lot lately.
Who you got on your mind?
9.
9.
He been thinking about cheeks.
So with that being said, in honor of that wonderful set of cheeks, we're going to grade the worst NFL nicknames.
Wonderful sight. Okay.
I'm going to show you some of the worst nicknames I've ever seen in the NFL. All of them are on Football Reference. So these all exist in the ether, certified on text, footballreference.com. Grade them A through F.
All right, let's do it.
First off, we got 9.
Honestly,
It is hard.
As a nickname, it's actually very cool.
Hard as hell.
It's funny that like he has it, that it's like this like alter ego because you both suck. But call it just calling people by their number. It is kind of cool.
Yeah.
If that is specifically what people call you, that's very cool. I'm actually going A+ for 9.
Yeah, it's A+ across any
Hold on.
sport. No, it has to be A+ across any sport. With all the all-time greats that we've had, you never call them by their number ever.
The absolute value of 9 being the nickname is A+.
But we cannot divorce it from who the nickname is for. And he gave himself the nickname. He said, oh yeah, sometimes in that mode, I call him 9. And it was lame as hell, the worst delivery. You can't separate from JJ McCarthy.
Regardless of the delivery and who he is as an individual, I'm just looking at the nickname.
You guys
bro.
are insane.
It's
This
tough.
nickname and himself giving it to himself has made me give him less grace than I would give to any young quarterback ever. Any other young QB, I'm like, listen, this is his first full year as a starter. Give him time. He was a raw prospect. Didn't have a lot of games played. Post 9, I'm like, send him to the XFL tomorrow.
See, the only thing that makes it a little bit worse is that he's not the best 9 in the league at all.
He's the worst 9 in the league. It was an F.
You make 9s look bad.
Exactly. You ruined the number. Tucker Remo was rolling in his grave.
Now, I still have to go A+ because if I say 9, you don't think about Tony Romo. You don't think about Joe Burrow. You think about JJ McCarthy. He has dominated.
Okay.
He has
That's true.
dominated the block of 9.
Okay. You know what they say. Any publicity is good publicity. He is dominating the social media mind share of a generation.
I'm going A+.
He understands the algorithm. The prince who was promised for Trevor Lawrence.
This is terrible.
I'm going like D. 1, it's untrue. 2, it's too long.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is a Game of Thrones reference. You know, he was drafted coming off the heels of Game of Thrones. People thought he was the one.
Now, I'll give it a C. I gave it a D because I never watched Game of Thrones. I didn't know where that was from.
Okay, it's like Lisa and Al Gabe. The Prince of the Promise is the one of prophecy.
C then.
Okay.
C.
I'm going to give this a D. Damn near F because it's not cool. No one ever calls him this ever, like, at all. At least, especially as of late, even though they're doing their thing. It's not cool at all. Has no aura behind it. When you say the prince who was promised, you see the mythical buildup. Oh my God, of course. Like, he's supposed to be this tier 1 prospect, one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in years coming out of college, blah, blah, blah. Just to be mid?
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm going to give it an F because stuff like this is why people hate him. Because when you're considered you're supposed to be the son of prophecy, and then you come out and you're just like the 18th best quarterback in the league,
Come on,
it makes
man.
it sting worse. You get treated like you're the 30th best quarterback in the league. This type of nickname doomed him.
The only person who calls him this is Nick Wright. Nobody else says this. That's it. I think he even like acknowledged, or they like brought it to him one time, and I think that he was like, "Nah, like I'm actually not with that."
Because he knew he was 18th best.
Yeah, I think like he's actively spoken out against this. So I'm going to see my.
So he's self-aware of his mediocrity. So you're giving him points.
Yeah.
Okay. No, fair enough. Fair enough. Next up, Fat Rick for Patrick Mahomes.
Dang, man.
This is on his
Fat
football
Rick.
reference.
See, this sucks because it's so funny. This is hilarious.
He said, "I got to stand against fat shaming, but I love a
Fat
good pun."
He
Dang,
buys
man,
with
A+,
this?
that's good.
Fat Rick, bro. That's crazy.
What is this from? I saw this on Football
Fat
Reference on there.
I have no idea, but it is so simplistic and it is like it shouldn't work and it's so dumb that it does work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually not as good as 9, but I will go B+ here.
I damn near want to go. I almost said C+, but you're right. I can go somewhere with the B because it's so simple, so fast. There's nothing like grandiose about it at all. Just like, hey, you suck right now, Patrick. It's like second grader.
I've
type
never heard
jokes.
this a day in my life, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even
Me
know.
either.
It only exists on Football Reference.
It's just them that.
Yeah, they're just like, he's chubby. They're just rude. I'll give it a C. My homeboy.
It's tough.
I forgot who said
Shannon
this.
Sharp, I think.
Okay.
I remember him saying it a couple times way back in the day. Yeah.
It's
tough.
A-.
What, Shannon tax?
Huh?
My homeboy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if somebody white had said this, I'm like, oh, F.
Yeah, no. This is
You
Shannon
tell me Nick
Sharp's
Wright didn't
work.
make this up?
Even then, I can kind of get by Nick Wright just because he's so in love with the Chiefs. I can kind of get with it.
He gets a pass?
Yeah, but if Skip Bayless was calling him a homeboy, I'd be like, oh my god, said get him off the air now.
Well, oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
I think it's a 10 or an A, bruh. Fuck it. He's breaking all metrics.
Facts. Yeah, because my homeboy's fine as long as you don't say it's my homeboy. Like emphasize that you're good.
Got the right tone with it?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So what's the proper tone for it?
You know,
If we have to do these levels of,
it's my homeboy.
I don't know, too many gymnastics for me. I have to
Mhm.
dive it down because
All
not
right,
everyone can like say this
That's fair.
pridefully. You have to think about it.
Yeah, you opened up the world to be racist to him.
Listen, you're giving them an inch.
Exactly.
They're going to take a mile. They're going to take a mile.
D-.
Now they're going to call him Fat Rick for next up. Next up, Bigfoot for Myles Garrett.
I don't like
You want to talk about taking a racial inch? This is crazy.
I don't like this at all.
You want to talk about taking a mile? This is crazy.
Bigfoot.
I do not like this.
What does Bigfoot resemble?
When did they give him this nickname?
I don't know, but I saw it on Football Reference.
I'm telling you, they're in the lab just coming up with all time. I've never heard this before.
They must have thought about this nickname when he tried to destroy old dude with his helmet.
Yeah, you remember they were talking about him? We're along the same lines here. They look at this Bigfoot swinging his helmet. Oh, Lord, what? You're trying to get creative. You're trying to bypass the laws here. You're trying to say something without saying it.
I'm trying to like break through and see it through, but I can't. Bigfoot is crazy.
They have just a dog whistle database. In the back.
Yeah.
This is the most socially acceptable big furry creature that you could call a man.
Yeah, it's like
Bigfoot.
this or like Scully or something. Or Sully.
So,
So Scully.
at least that's a.
It's like a
At
cartoon.
least it's
reference.
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you're not the same color.
This is not a fucking animal. Yeah.
Give this an F.
Yeah. This is
This
trash.
is not good.
Next up, the Pickler for
Oh,
Kenny Pickett.
I go, this is hard.
This is hard.
I hate pickles myself. I don't like nothing to do with pickles, and he's not good too. But the pickler, it's kind of tough. Makes him sound like an evil villain.
when you put like the like lure
Yeah.
type of thing on the end of somebody's name, you sound super devious though.
Mm.
The pickler strikes again.
You make him a verb and suddenly he's got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like
What does it mean to pickle someone?
I don't know, like
Boy, when I put you into a vat of vinegar, you're
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
like it.
yeah, I don't know.
I think
What is
the
pickling
pickler-
at its core?
Putting vegetables in a vat
whenever
of vinegar.
people
Exactly.
talk about pickles, usually in like a bad context, oh, I'm in another pickle. Sorry, man, I'm caught up in traffic. Oh man, the pickler strikes again. 3 interceptions in the game. It's in a negative connotation, but it's cool as fuck though. It's
Cool
a
as
real
fuck.
term.
I wouldn't go that far. I will say it sounds devious, but in a bad way.
Exactly.
You sound like you're doing something to somebody that you shouldn't be doing.
Mm.
I'm going D-.
Okay. Booger McFarland.
A+.
Tough.
When your nickname becomes your name, A+.
I agree, but I put it on here. Never considered his name as Booger. I just thought about it like his mom named him Booger. I didn't realize it's a nickname, and he's named after Mucus. What did he do as a kid to be named Booger?
He was picking boogers.
A lot.
It's probably what it was.
Frequently.
Yeah.
Dude, he used to just wail his sneezes back in the day, probably. Sneeze attacks constantly.
Like, it's funny because it's iconic, but like Booger is a terrible name to be called. I would hate to be called Booger. This man's name was Anthony. Did you even know that?
No
you
idea.
even know that?
No.
Had no idea.
They might call him Tony. And now he's even called
Let's
Booger.
call him Booger.
If his name was Anthony McFarlane, do you think that he would have been on ESPN?
Not sure.
No.
Not sure. They hired him for the nickname.
You use that stage name and you get your bag, sir. And understand, I respect it. I understand it.
Shout out Zion Williams.
I'm going A plus.
America's team for the Cowboys.
I don't understand why they were coined this term at all. For what?
Well, you see, in the
Dallas?
Ronald Reagan era, we associated a lot of values with things that Jerry Jones could
No, they were America's team in the 70s. They got
Never
coined
mind.
that early.
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the stuff Reagan believed in, people were thinking that earlier too, so it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
But
they were winning a lot and they're on TV a lot. They were popular.
yeah,
People still to this day vibe with this term as well. They've been trying to force it over the last, 10 years.
it was dead for a second. It was kind of dying down, but over the last couple of years, I feel like it's been right back.
There's
to
a
it.
renaissance.
Yeah,
I'm giving this a
It
D.
sucks.
Who
No,
are you
I
to
think-
tell me that you're my team?
It's pretty hilarious that how poorly this is aged. Like, it's been a
Yeah.
long time now without them being America's team. Like even like the Lakers were down. They're back up now.
Yeah.
When are the Cowboys gonna be back up?
hopefully never. But this is A plus because I do like having something to throw back in their face of like, haha, you guys are American.
Maybe it's symbolic that America's team has slowly deteriorated while the rest of the league around them focuses on things that are more modern and makes their organization better.
I don't know. But then also when you talk about that, it's like, they ain't got no defense though. They don't invest in that at all. In fact, they sell their defense actively. We're not about that.
How America cannot relate.
Exactly, bro.
Next up, Megaquan for Laquan Treadwell. Coming in the draft, they called him Megaquan.
I don't like that.
it's very hit or miss.
Everybody wants to
Yeah.
be a new Megatron. Every big receiver gets some kind of Megatron name.
It's like, listen, if you give a kid the nickname Shaq, they better be 6'5" minimum,
Mhm.
right? 6'5", 260. That is the requirement. If you do not grow up to be that, I'm taking away your nickname.
How good was he?
Not very.
No, he was bad.
F.
He was bad. And now, since you are not an all-pro, sir, you are now the laughingstock of this specific joke. This is an F minus. That is a terrible nickname.
It's tough expectations. It's
Yeah.
like the Trevor Lawrence one. It sets the bar high. If you come below it, now you have the worst nickname of all time.
And now I can look at you and just be like, this guy's big for nothing. If I was that size, league me right now.
So I'd be Megadon. Next up, Mr. Perfect for Jared Goff.
That's hard.
Megadon. That is hard.
Mr. Perfect for Jared Goff.
Where's this from?
He went 5-0 1 year in college, and they called him Mr. Perfect, and it stuck. The start of the year, he became the starter and went 5-0.
You know what? Some people peaked in college. Some people peaked in high school. You got yours. Shout out to you. I'll take that. B plus.
Mr. Perfect.
Shout out peaking in high school.
I ain't never heard no one ever call him Mr. Perfect in any broadcast ever.
Because he is
bruh.
far from perfect, and nobody would ever say this unironically.
This is F because his nickname has no longevity at all. You're just stuck in high school. You're one of them kids who's stuck in college and is talking about your peak days there.
Talking about when he joined his frat.
Yeah, exactly. This is F.
Listen, man, everybody has different lives, you know. Some people have to start high, you know, do all this other stuff. It's okay. You need that.
You passed your prime when it comes to nicknames, buddy. Sorry.
You need that in the world.
Also, this picture's funny.
They used to call me Mr.
He's locked
Perfect
in.
back in the day. Ew.
Next up, the Pharaoh for Tom Brady. I have never heard this one a day in my life.
Terrible.
This is
The
this is
Pharaoh.
awful. This is bad. It's bad. He's also never acknowledged this either. I'm giving this an F minus.
Yeah, calling yourself a Pharaoh would be crazy.
Some overly glazing fan gave him this, but this is terrible.
He's the Pharaoh. We have to get to our knees and worship him.
We're not
We
doing
got to build statues in his honor.
We're not doing this. We're not doing
This
this.
is
F
is
minus.
terrible. This is terrible. This makes me uncomfortable. Actually,
Yeah, another
Calling
funny
him
connotation to
Pharaoh?
it. Another one feels a little weird.
Yeah.
A little strange power
Yeah.
dynamics.
Yeah. Next
Yeah.
one. Next one.
Squirrel for Julian Edelman.
Hard.
It's tough.
Gronk gave him this name because he said he runs like he's getting to that nut.
You know what? Boost that up. A+.
Yeah, this is tough. This is
So listen,
hard.
when Gronk's on, he's on.
This is mad unique, bruh. What?
Kind of get squirrel vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I also think that squirrels are underrated. I really like squirrels.
That is the most random thing I've ever heard you say. What the hell are you on about?
What about squirrels is underrated?
I don't know. They're just cool. Like when I see them out, I like looking at them. They're cool. I like them.
Okay.
Did you look a book report about a squirrel in school one time or something?
No, like just out, just seeing them.
So this is an adult
mean,
revelation you just realized in recent years?
I've been liking squirrels.
Oh, yeah, you're
So,
an
like,
OG.
Yeah.
When you say been liking, what, like middle school? Like you've been known?
I don't know, but like I have some like I'll be out. I'll take
You
like
take pictures of squirrels?
I have pictures of some.
Oh,
If
squirrels.
I ever see you in
I
my
think I've seen you
neighborhood.
take a picture of a squirrel before.
Yeah, they're cool. I like
Oh
them.
my god, man! You can't
They're
be in my
dope.
neighborhood.
A+. Shout to the squirrels, man.
If you're still here, comment shout out to squirrels.
Y'all be out here doing it.
No one carries nuts like you. Like it really is. You're on some different shit.
No, man.
And that's the last one. Shout out squirrels, man.
Squirrels.
Next thing we're gonna do today, we are gonna talk about past NFL star wide receivers, and we are gonna pick who the modern version of those players are.
Okay.
So going back to our childhood, these 2010s eras wide receiver, Mo's gonna name one. We have to decide who we think reminds us most of them in today's NFL.
Gotcha.
Now that could be on the field, it can be spiritually remind you of them. We can take this any way we want.
Or maybe even physically. I just want to know your comparisons.
Okay.
Better be accurate too. First one, Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay,
So yards after catch,
Yes.
ball in his hands, Jamar Chase.
100% Jamar Chase can take a slant 80 yards any given play. 100% Jamar Chase. Similar heights, similar speed. I think Jamar Chase is a little bit stronger. Odell's probably a little more shifty, but I think that general style is probably the same.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
in terms of spiritually,
Who?
who embodies Odell Beckham?
His energy.
Yeah, whose energy
Steve
coming
Farmer.
out and being a rookie phenom, being a celebrity, kind of being a fuckboy. Like, who reminds you of him?
Kind of being a fuck
That's
boy.
like I don't know. That's like Stephon Diggs with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, combine Jamar Chase as a player and then personality-wise, Diggs and Jefferson, that is Odell.
yeah.
That's funny as hell.
100%. That was the perfect names you could have pulled.
All right. DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm looking at him. I'm thinking Devontae Adams immediately.
I don't know. DeAndre Hopkins is more of a contested catch guy. Devontae Adams is like a route runner, isn't really mossing people.
But that's why, because DeAndre Hopkins also was a really good route runner. Like he had to win with everything outside of like just pure speed and strength.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
But his
with
ball
Devontae.
tracking and high pointing balls was insane. I kind of think George Pickens.
We can. I feel like Devontae Adams with George Pickens tracking
Yeah.
is kind of where DeAndre Hopkins
Okay.
was.
Yeah, because he's not that fast, not a big vertical guy, but just will be more technically sound you at the catch point.
Yeah.
Will come down with it in the corner, will feel sad every time. Okay. So Devontae Adams, if he's a little bit better of a high baller, but then that's better because Devontae Adams is a significantly better route runner than Hopkins.
I understand that, but Hopkins was disgusting.
Hopkins was filthy.
He was disgusting.
Now, who spiritually embodies him in terms of like being on a dog shit franchise with dog shit quarterbacks and getting out the mud?
Justin Jefferson.
George Pickens. Like, he didn't get out the mud though. George Pickens succumbed to the mud until he was saved from that mud.
He's more in like quicksand.
Yeah. And like he was almost suffocated, and then Dak Prescott put his hand out and saved him. Hopkins never got his Dak Prescott.
He hasn't been. The only other people that I can think about that have been with like trash people is like Garrett Wilson has been with that.
Ooh, Garrett Wilson's on track, but he's not as good.
Exactly. I know that's why it's a little bit tough. That's why I would say like the last couple years for Justin Jefferson.
Okay. So George Pickens in Justin Jefferson situation.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand Justin Jefferson is the best receiver. He's the best receiver in the game. He's every receiver.
Yep. He's the
Okay.
embodiment. He really is the most like well-rounded receiver of like our era. So it makes sense. You can find a little bit of Justin Jefferson in anybody.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Okay. Short area route technician,
Mhm.
catching the ball at the line of scrimmage. Kind of a juiced up Wando Robinson.
Damn, that's kind of
What's your name?
that's
Who you
nasty.
think?
Who did I write down? Oh, I actually didn't write anybody. I struggle with this one. It kind of is Super Soldier Wando Robinson.
Now, okay, so if you're thinking
A little bit of Lab McConkey in there.
short area merchant, at least early on, like a little bit of Amon Ra.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, not the physical blocker. But he's a better route runner than Amon Ra. He could route people up between 1 and 10 yards.
Yes.
Who was throwing at him at his prime?
Ryan Tannehill.
Just straight.
Yeah, side to side.
Yeah.
Moving those arms real fast.
It's a lot of that.
I think if Wando Robinson was 4 inches taller, Actually, 9'4", it's not that tall. A little bit bigger Rondo Robinson, put him in a normal sized body. We got Jarvis Landry.
Go ahead. You got it.
That Jarvis Landry made like 5 Pro Bowls with that style of play.
Yeah.
Rondo Robinson is not. But listen, a couple inches does a lot.
Anyways, Michael Thomas.
Slant boy.
Okay, fundamental. Like you said, slants will be one move you can't stop me.
Mm-hmm.
One move you can't stop me.
I kind of think so. This one isn't playstyle wise. I think Amon-Ra spiritually embodies Michael Thomas in the like a little more dull play style that he's a little unique, gets it done very consistently. They don't play the same, they don't win the same ways, but I get weird Michael Thomas vibes from Amon-Ra.
That's fair. I kind of like also I have this like Cooper Kupp type of thing with him as well because it's like you're being force fed these targets.
Yeah.
Also,
if Cooper Kupp wasn't washed, it would be him. Force fed targets is a good point though. That like he can't get open really well, but they will funnel the ball to him.
So really, anybody who is Matthew Stafford's wide receiver 1,
Yep.
you are Michael Thomas.
So we're gonna go 2025 Devontae Adams. You are Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's kind of hard to.
I don't hate the Amon-Ra pick though, because it is like super unique. Amon-Ra is also just weird because he's like the number 1 that's not a traditional like number 1, and he is like super physical, good blocker,
not a
downfield
downfield burner like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do it differently, but I think in terms of how they win relative to their peers, I do see a little bit of Amon-Ra Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Which again isn't the best comparison.
Demarius Thomas.
That's DK Metcalf.
But that is so disrespectful to Demarius Thomas.
I understand, and I'm saying that specifically off of the most memorable play of Demarius Thomas's career, which is I'm gonna take this slam, I'm gonna go 80 yards.
Yeah,
and like I also am 6'3", 220. I'm swole.
He's built like tight ends are built now.
That's true.
That is Isaiah Likely.
Damn.
I wrote T. Higgins in terms of just this big, gigantic, physical guy that can win down the field, can get open in the short area, can do some yards after the catch stuff. He's better yards after the catch than T. Higgins was, but there's not a lot of big, swole, like downfield receivers like this
Higgins
anymore.
is swole?
He's big. He's not as swole
He's
as
tall.
he's not as tall swole as him, but he's physical.
Okay.
He plays swole, I think. Wins 1-on-1.
But we're saying like even like
they don't make buff wide receivers like this anymore.
And maybe I am just like locked into this DK thing, but I do think like maybe like early career DK when he was a little bit better than what he is right now.
Okay, I think if you made DK like 20% better of a route runner, then maybe he could be Demarius
What
Thomas.
we wanted DK to be.
Yeah. You know what? Yes, the idea of young DK is Demarius Thomas.
That's fair. Okay.
If you give DK like 50% of AJ Brown skills, then we got Demarius Thomas. Combine those two, make them, and then we got Demarius Thomas.
Yeah.
AJ Green.
So I was thinking T. Higgins here a little bit.
That's fair. I think he glides through the air. That's his thing. He's like the way he moves at that size, being like agile as a wide runner, getting open, not necessarily as physical as T. Higgins. I wrote Ted McMillan.
That's interesting.
Already putting him there.
I think so. I think Ted glides. I think he moves smooth for that height. Isn't necessarily the like body you one-on-one guy, but can do some of that. But is agile, is faster than you think for his size.
Yeah, you see the like the body control.
Yeah.
With Ted, that's there. That's also why I put T up there because T, especially with like contested catches and doing it like on the sideline and stuff, he is very, very good.
Yeah.
At like getting his toes down, positioning himself to make these contested catches.
AJ Green was tapping them toes on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like visually, McMillan looks so much like him when they're running, the way they run. I miss AJ Green.
Underrated.
That man changed Andy Dalton's life.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton made a lot of money off of AJ Green's work.
You have no idea how much fun I used to watch. I used to have watching AJ Green when I was like, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. He was doing backflips and shit.
Yeah.
It's my guy.
I would love to see Teddy Rowe do a backflip.
I don't know if he can. Yeah,
I know. He's probably going to make Bryce Young a lot of money. Wait till that year 3 leap comes in.
Des Bryant.
AJ Brown. Just give me the strongest motherfucker that wins with strength. That's all I'm thinking about. They're different guys winning with muscles, not separating, but just fucking throwing you to the side and catching it. This is AJ Brown.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
if we're just gonna say swole, you both win. Go ahead.
Yeah, and AJ Brown might be a little bit better of a route runner. Des Bryant's a little more dominant at the catch point, but they both just throw people to the side.
Okay, yeah.
Des Bryant just ran through people, got the ball.
I will say the one thing. This is hard.
That was incredibly hard.
Throwing up the X, that's hard.
Yeah.
Incredibly. That's the one thing you can give to him because he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
Can't say anything else nice.
No, but the celebration, that was good.
He was so filthy. Dude, they do not make him like Des Bryant anymore. Where are the strength swole wide receivers? Where are they at? They're all playing tight end now.
Man. Dead breed.
I don't like that.
The only swole we can point to is AJ Brown.
You know what's funny? AJ Brown's like 6'3". Desmond Bane's like 6'4". Like it doesn't make sense for them to be the same height. It doesn't make sense for Desmond Bain to be taller than
AJ Brown definitely has a bigger wingspan than Desmond Bain.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Jordy Nelson.
Ooh. Big, white, fundamental, big body.
I'm thinking
Possession receiver.
I'm thinking Cooper Kupp.
He's washed now. So
I'm thinking Danny Amendola.
Okay.
Wes Welker.
I can't meet you there fully. I can't quite meet you where you're at, but I can meet you halfway there.
Julian Edelman.
I can meet you halfway there. Exactly one half of him, Drake London.
Okay.
Tell me why. Tell me more.
Big body. Gigantic body. Thick boy. Can move around the formation. Block people out with his body. Be wider than everybody. More physical than all these corners. Like I say, move around all the formation. Be bigger than you. Use that catch radius.
He's much thicker than Drake London, though.
Drake London's low key. Don't sleep.
He's thicker than Jordan Nelson, man. I swear he is.
Said don't sleep.
Don't underestimate the. Listen, maybe he isn't quite as wide as Jordan Nelson.
He's not. Yeah.
Don't underestimate the functional thickness of Drake London. He can use it all. He knows what to do with it.
You haven't been peeping, man.
He knows what to do with it. He knows how to move it.
You saw his latest post? This is crazy.
Who?
No, I'm saying that's what he's
Oh.
He knows what he's doing with it.
I thought like something actually happened. I was like, whoa.
But I think Jordan Nelson's whole thing is that he's a big body receiver that can be versatile around the formation and win with his size and like body control over defenders.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Drake London.
Yeah, that's fair. This was one that I had like super hard thinking about like what the comparison would be.
Yeah, because you don't get a lot of big possession receivers like this anymore that aren't like burners up the sideline. Because again,
and he like his yards after, like his ability to be good after the catch, I do think like
it was like deceptively good too. Like
yeah,
he like
deceptively.
Yeah, like he wasn't shifty, but he was like he could move.
Yeah, but like especially like if you turn on his highlights, it's so much of him running for like 40 yards, him running for 50 yards. Like he's not as physical as this guy, but in terms of like being
big strides.
I was like, I think Puka is better on the like contested catch and up the sideline, but just like with the ball in their hands,
contested catch. Jordy was filthy too.
Puka's nice though.
Yeah, I don't know. Jordy also is a unique receiver in that way. It's kind of hard to draw a comparison,
and that's kind of why I was thinking Puka, but then I'm like, Puka's super unique, but then he's super unique at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Comments tell us who you think is the new Jordy Nelson. This one's kind of hard.
Okay. Antonio Brown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah,
Jackson Smith and Jigba. This is the most simple comparison ever. When Antonio Brown was at his peak, being the best receiver in the NFL, it looked a lot like it looks with JSN right now. Being a dynamic route runner, great vertical threat, being able to use his technique to just use every single ounce of speed he has. I feel like I'm watching a new Antonio Brown every week.
Toe tapping, great hands. The consistency also of Antonio Brown was crazy. It was like a streak of Antonio Brown having like 5 catches and 60 yards and X amount of games. Like, every single week, Jason is going to show up. Jason is going to give you minimum. He leaves the bus with 60 yards.
And it's so nice now that we have a new Antonio Brown, so I can forget about this disgusting one. And now I can just focus on Jackson Smith and Jigba being this new awesome smaller receiver. We have a new icon to point to.
Vontaze Burfict, you will pay for what you did.
No, Antonio Brown will pay for what he did.
You both will pay.
Oh my God.
How about that?
Deshaun Jackson.
Okay, burner, speed receiver, opens up the game for everybody else.
Who's someone who's just mad fast?
Jameson Williams. But Jameson Williams is like 4 inches taller.
But that's okay. It would be J-Mo. Obviously, Tyreek is like supercharged Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, way too good.
Just because he's like the versatility of having Tyreek Hill also being able to return punts and do all those things as well. I
would have J-Mo, Jalen Waddle combo.
Yeah.
But functionally and how he's used, it is J-Mo. Like that vertical guy like opens up everything for everybody else. Now, obviously, Deshaun Jackson's probably a little bit better ball skills. Jameson Williams might be a little faster with the way he moves that frame. Like,
one crazy race.
That's a crazy race.
That's a crazy race. But
J-Mo is 6'2" running like that.
Jeez.
He is.
He's a freak.
Deshaun was so shifty, and I mean he was like a better like receiver than J-Mo was. Oh, the JMO is. But
I do feel like
it doesn't have to be 1-to-1.
Weird debate. I do feel like we could get a JMO breakout in the coming years potentially. That like maybe I think he has a little more receiver upside as like a route runner and separator to your point that Deshaun's better at.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a ceiling there that maybe he can be better than Deshaun Jackson. But thus far, you're right.
Okay, I can see that.
But that's not a terrible comparison.
Yeah.
To go with.
But like other than that, like because he's smaller, and I think the smallness and shiftiness is a big part of Deshaun Jackson being that burner and being smaller. I don't know who else fits that right now.
Is that why you went Jalen Waddle?
A little bit better route runner. That's why I said Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle can get open.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think JMO spiritually embodies it.
Okay. T.Y. Hilton.
Oof. Unique ass player.
Crazy. They like having somebody in T.Y. Hilton's size who can go in and just wreck the game all the time is not something that you see.
He can lamp in the slot and beat you vertically. He had so many seam shots from Andrew Luck in those long touchdowns, but obviously an amazing small route runner in the short area. I kind of think Ladd McConkey, but he's a better deep threat than Ladd, even though Ladd is fast.
McConkey.
Yeah, if Ladd got better as a deep ball tracker and being able to win on those, probably that.
Yeah.
Because like Ladd isn't touching TY's heights yet.
No. And there was definitely plenty of like you said, deep ball one-on-ones. I can just it's me in the corner. Like I can get there and I can make that play. I feel like his contested catch was also a little bit better than.
I think he's like Ladd McConkey with Devontae Smith's deep ball abilities, which is filthy.
That motherfucker was good as hell.
That's a goat. That's a goat right there.
That's a pretty great player. And that was T.Y. Hilton was disgusting. I hope people don't forget T.Y. Hilton.
They will.
They probably already did.
They will. But Ladd with Smitty is. Oh my God, that's filthy.
Filthy.
That's disgusting. What the fuck?
And maybe it was Andrew Luck tax. Andrew Luck delivered the best deep ball I've ever seen, but T.Y. Hilton was disgusting.
Okay. Julio Jones.
Nobody.
They don't make him like that at all anymore.
Nobody. They never made them like
6'4", rolled steel, running a 4.4, catching over everybody's head.
Nobody.
I guess Nico Collins is the best body type wise of being that 6'4" strider that can blow by you. But he was not the separator Julio Jones was not the head top that Julio Jones was.
It's nobody. I refuse to put anybody in the conversation.
It's Nico Collins with all of Jamar Chase's abilities in that body.
That's ridiculous to say. What the fuck?
And here I am saying it. I'll say it again.
That's what Julio Jones was.
I'll say it twice. Nico Collins with Jamar Chase's abilities.
What the fuck?
Do you need to hear it a third time?
Nah, I'm good.
That's right.
Steve Smith Sr.
Okay, you want to talk about strong receivers that don't exist anymore?
Listen, that's just Debo Samuel.
Yeah. Debo with like
when Debo was when Debo Samuel, like prime Debo, and then you add in some route running to that would be.
This is Puka Nacua mixed with Debo. If you give Puka's ability to be a dog and be a contested catch guy at that size. Because like Steve Smith is 5'9", so we got to put him in Ronda Robinson's height with Puka's dog and Debo's strength. Unique ass player.
He's an outlier.
If he had somebody better than Jake Delhomme thrown to him in his prime years,
Jake Delhomme, you will not see. You'll go blind.
Just take away his ability, his vision.
This is like one of the hardest players to replicate, just because he's so unique. Being like I said, Donovan's height, strong as hell. Like it's insane.
And just
imagine if you could bench press like AJ Brown.
What the fuck?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
crazy. IFBB me. I'm going pro.
You dominant 37U.
Oh my goodness. I've been training. I've been training for 37U.
The physique
Newsflash, we've both been training for 37U. I'm telling you, in about 12 years, we're winning MVPs.
We can sign up now.
Bro.
Technically, we are 37U.
Anybody that's outside of high school can play in 37U. It's under. Like anybody can do it.
Next season, you guys will get footage of us in 37U football.
I'm juking out those old men.
You know, I got a haircut like 4 weeks ago, whatever. Damn. And I randomly told you that my barber's from fucking Killeen or whatever, man. It's so crazy. Apparently, he played professional football overseas in fucking France, bro. I didn't know they had a fucking France league. And he's looking to actually play 37U football here.
There's a 1 in 3 chance he went to the same high school as me.
He's old. Yeah, I doubt it. But goddamn.
No.
That's crazy. That's how many high schools there are? That's crazy.
There's 3 high schools.
Damn.
At the same time.
He just stayed in there.
Yeah.
Can never graduate.
That's the last one.
That's crazy.
They don't make
man.
him like Steve Smith.
They don't.
Last thing we're going to do before we wrap up this episode. Approaching the 3-hour mark. We did something on T3 last week.
All right.
That was one of the funniest things we've ever done.
What is it?
Something done before on here. It didn't go well. We are going to try to all three say the same NFL names. We did it on T3 last week.
Sir.
It was an utter disaster.
Sir.
A generational moment.
I'm looking right at you.
Hey, we were all selling, man. You were not sick.
I'm
either.
looking right at you.
We were all selling, man. Let's lock in.
Everybody sold at one point, but then your sell was the funniest because it was the
It's
most
at the
unique
end.
sell I've ever seen.
All right.
So, you guys know how this game works. All three of us are going to say an NFL player. We have to try to get on the same wavelength as each other, try to recognize the pattern of what our players have in common, and try to all say the same name.
Okay.
Okay, let me start. Okay, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Miles
Jordan
Julio
Love.
Garrett.
Jones.
You said Julio Jones. I said Jordan Love. What'd you say?
I said Miles Garrett.
Okay, Miles Garrett, Julio Jones, Jordan Love. We have absolutely nothing in common. We're pretty much rolling the dice again.
Wait. Not really. I see an inkling.
I don't see a damn thing except no white boys. 3, 2, 1.
Tony
Justin
Gonzalez.
Jefferson.
I didn't say anything, but I was thinking Michael Parsons.
Okay, Michael Parsons.
Wait. Micah Parsons? I said
Justin
Tony-
Jefferson.
Okay. I said
Tony Gonzalez.
Okay, where?
Again, nothing in common. Keep bringing it back.
Okay.
Oh, you said Julio. What'd you say? Michael
I
Parsons?
said Michael Parsons.
Okay,
Okay.
Michael Parsons, Justin Jefferson. Ooh, okay, we got a division.
Micah Parsons, Justin Jefferson.
Okay, I'm going to keep throwing out random names until we get something going in common.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Travis
Caleb
Pickens.
Williams. Travis Kelce, Caleb Williams.
Said George Pickens. Okay.
Dude, we can't get a single position the same?
Okay. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Zay
CeeDee Lamb.
Flowers. Ooh.
CeeDee Lamb.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Okay, we got something going in common.
CeeDee Lamb. Zay
Saquon?
Flowers.
No, I said Saquon.
Okay.
Oh.
Zay Flowers, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon.
Okay.
Okay, this is the closest we've had. Yeah, there's at least some through lines a little bit. Not really, but a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Derrick
Jamar
AJ
Henry.
Chase.
Brown. I said AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, Jamar Chase.
Derrick Henry.
Okay, you're someone that's not paying attention.
Okay. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Justin
Jackson Smith and
Jefferson.
Jigba. Puka,
Ooh.
JSN.
Ooh, I said Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
You said Puka
Yeah.
and you said JSN.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
This should
and
be
then
easy.
I heard you say earlier, you said Jamar Chase. Okay, fuck.
He said Puka. This should be easy. I'm not gonna lie. We should get it now. We 100% should get it now. Please
should
tell me
we?
you're on my wavelength.
Should
Okay.
we?
Yes.
All right.
Who? Okay.
3, 2, 1. Devontae
Devontae
Adams.
Adams.
Oh, fuck.
You didn't say anything?
I said Devontae. But I know which one I wanted to go to. I don't think that counts.
You kept it open-ended Devontae?
Yeah, I don't think that counts.
What the fuck?
I don't think that counts.
Open-ended Devontae is ridiculous.
I'm being like fair. I don't think that counts. Okay,
Wow.
let's talk back in.
Okay. I can't believe this.
Okay, so you said Devontae.
You
All right.
said open-ended Devontae. We said Devontae Adams.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Devontae Smith.
What? We're saying with Devontae's? The fuck?
I mean, if
Nah, never mind.
if you want to win, we would have, but never mind. We're not. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. You just said Devontae. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, y'all gotta start. You gotta start saying some names.
Oh my God.
this whole silence act can't keep
I
going.
know.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on Devontae
Fuck it.
Adams. We're on
Fuck
Devontae
it.
Smith.
Okay.
Here we go. I got two names. I'm gonna take a shot at one.
3, 2, 1.
Nico.
AJ Brown.
A-Chain.
What'd you say?
Said A-Chain.
Why would you go to A-Chain?
I thought we were sticking with D's.
He's doing it again.
I thought we were
D's?
sticking with D's.
That's outlandish. What'd you
Yeah.
say?
I said Nico.
Okay, you said Nico.
You said Nico Collins.
Okay. There's
then
one
who'd you
name
say?
we've neglected.
Who'd you say?
Wait, I forgot. Who did I say? Oh, I said AJ Brown.
Yeah.
There's one
Come
name
on.
we've neglected.
Wait,
Come
AJ
on.
Brown.
AJ Brown, Nico. There's one name we've neglected this whole time.
Come on.
Is there?
Actually, no. Somebody might have said I don't even care anymore.
Whoa.
Come on.
Bro,
Is
lock
there?
in.
I have it right
Whoa,
here.
whoa, wait.
Oh my God.
I think you might. I think we already said
I don't
it,
care.
But
No, just
Okay.
just say a name.
I don't care. 3, 2, 1.
Amon
George
Ra.
Pickens. Fuck. Amon Ra, what'd you say?
I said JSN.
We already said JSN.
We've said George Pickens too.
I know, but I didn't care anymore.
Okay. Get the fuck.
I
in.
didn't say it. I was like, whatever, we gotta win. Okay.
Okay.
Amon Ra, George Pickens.
Wait.
JSN.
Amon Ra, George Pickens.
Please.
Okay.
Amon Ra, George Pickens, JSN. Amon Ra, George Pickens, JSN.
Amon Ra, George Pickens, JSN.
There's really nothing to go off of here that nobody played together.
Okay.
Please. Let's go.
I'm just throwing a name. We're not gonna get this year.
Okay.
Devontae was our best bet.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Stephon
Diggs.
Diggs.
Neighbors. Diggs, Neighbors, London.
Yeah.
I almost went Neighbors. Okay.
Diggs, Neighbors, London.
Diggs, Neighbors, and London.
Fuck, there's no through lines. We're just saying receivers.
Diggs, Neighbors in London. Okay, we need to lock in.
We're just saying receivers. There's no through line here.
Who said Drake London?
He did.
I did.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
BTJ.
Jordan
Jordan
Wilson.
Addison.
What'd you say?
Jordan Addison.
Addison, Wilson.
BTJ.
Oh my God, we're just saying random receivers.
Okay.
Hey, is there anything they have in common? I said Wilson. You said BTJ.
I don't think there is.
Okay. Oh my God, we're screwed. We're just going. There's nothing. There's no connection to these
Okay,
receivers.
there's not. Do we need to shift and pivot?
Eventually, we'll run out of receivers.
I know. I think we need to shift and pivot.
3, 2, 1.
Joe
Marvin
Burrow.
Harrison.
Oh,
What'd you
I
say?
thought we were
DK.
I thought we were
DK,
shifting
Marvin
and-
Harrison Jr.
Okay, I said Joe Burrow. I thought we were shifting and pivoting.
Okay, hold on though. You said DK. I said Marvin Harrison.
He said Joe Burrow.
Fuck him. Fuck Joe Burrow. Fuck Joe Burrow.
What is the route we're going?
DK and Marvin Harrison.
There's a through line there.
I think I can.
Who's the next logical step there, though? I'm trying to think.
I think I can understand where we're going. You said DK and.
Maybe.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yes.
I may not see it, but it's okay.
3, 2, 1. McMillan. What'd you say?
I was gonna say Travis Hunter.
Okay, I said McMillan. You said Travis Hunter. What'd you say?
I was gonna say the dude who fucking broke his collarbone from the Tampa Bay Bucks. I forgot his name.
Mike Evans.
Yes, Mike Evans. Fuck. I thought we were going to like the disappointing route.
Mike Evans, McMillan.
I said Travis Hunter.
Okay. Mike
Oh,
Evans.
we have
McMillan? I think so.
Wait, do we have it?
Trav.
We have it. Travis Hunter, McMillan, Mike Evans.
Whoa.
I know he's on the same page as us. God damn it.
Whoa.
McMillan, Hunter. We got it.
McMillan,
And Mike
Hunter.
Evans coming. We got this. If we don't get it, we're ending the video now, and we have a second loss in a row.
McMillan.
Teddy
And
Rowe
Hunter.
McMillan
And
Travis Hunter. and
Okay,
Mike Evans.
gotcha. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Emeka.
Emeka Ibuka.
Ooh.
What'd you say?
Fuck, I said Matthew Golden.
Okay, well,
End it.
it's over. That what?
End it.
What?
I forgot he existed, bro. I haven't seen him in a minute.
This has been Out the Mud, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.
I forgot Ibuka existed, bro.
Dude, first Devontae and then Big Buka. You're not ducking these sold allegations in this game.
I'm not. No, this time I promise you I wasn't selling. I was actually
No,
trying.
we're not doing this anymore. It's over. It's done.
I was
It's
actually
done.
trying.
It's
bro.
done.
I was actually
It's
trying.
done.
With that being said, if you're still here, what should people comment?
You're done, buddy.
Comment you're done with this game, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Comment we're sending Mo to boot camp.
Oh my gosh, bro.
We'll see y'all next week.
Emeka Ibuka. Where are you at?